So, last time we played D&D, we were finishing up in Solitris. You guys had just finished playing at the Breakfast Barge, and then we were basically just trying to do some shopping, but you realized it was still a holiday, so shopping didn't go over very well. Renlith tried to get some information out to, I believe, Maresh, and also you also wanted to send a letter to Desvarn, but I don't think anything actually ever happened.
I didn't send
you received a letter, which I believe you kept and refused to share with the party. Because that's what Renlith does.
That is his tradition.
Because Renlith is a bad person or a bad player, one or the other.
Hey, we don't know. We've got other things to worry about. I don't need to lay it down on everybody.
We're blissfully unaware.
Plus, it was to me.
At least Kabar is.
It wasn't to you. You just decided to think it was to you. It wasn't addressed to you.
I can't help how Renlith thinks.
Can you though?
Oh, the age-old excuse. That's what my player
while
would
they're
do.
down here, I can go over it.
That's what my character would do.
The letter was delivered to him, so therefore it's for him.
That's fine. We don't read anyway.
Yeah, we don't care.
That's true. Elves can't read.
Nope.
This isn't
not on paper. What?
And half-orcs and furbolgs definitely can't read. If an elf can't read.
That's racist.
It is super racist. Yes.
Renlith looks at the letter again and realizes, oh, wait, this isn't just to me.
And then doesn't share anything.
Yeah. Huh.
It's like,
That's interesting.
Whatever. He's bleeding out in the hallway.
Wait, did you get hit?
No.
Yeah, you're good. He's still bleeding out.
He's perpetually bleeding
So after
out.
that, you guys decided to teleport to
Anemic.
Tarsus, which is the furthest that Renlith could take you magically. Once you were at
Some great spell
Tarsus,
that
you
is.
shopped around for some horses, decided to buy the cheaper horses rather than the Pegasus ones that had been in the same building as a Pegasus, which were therefore more expensive.
Oh my god.
I'm going back to buy that Pegasus.
That's some rich white people shit.
So you got on the road the same day, but you happened to pass by a guy on a ferryman, essentially, who had just finished selling things in Tarsus. You got your horses on his ferry and gave him some coin and traveled down the river at a much faster pace than just riding the horses constantly. Because you were able to travel 24 hours a day. Even though Kabar should not be trusted with a ferry, as he ran it aground a few times before you decided to take the stick away from him.
We were being attacked.
By malicious fireflies.
But you did a great job, though.
It was the salmon.
You killed everyone before I woke up. It was amazing.
Yep. You're welcome.
While the merchant and Van cowered in the middle of the ferry.
Cower's a strong word.
You rolled a 1 and you decided to cower.
You embraced them.
Cower's a weak word.
I was protecting.
I don't
the
think
merchant.
Van is capable of cowering.
You were just body blocking, that's right.
Crouch
There you go.
So you guys traveled down for a while, eventually got to the edge of the forest, met with the Elvish border guard, who then escorted you to the ruin site. There you met with Lestarian, who is the acting head of the Elvish Research and Revival of Past Histories and Forgotten Lore Society. And he tried to give you a long tour. You guys told him you didn't care about most of the stuff on the surface and just wanted to get down to the nitty-gritty and where they were having trouble. You asked if there were any issues. He kind of dodged the question. You didn't press at all because you're nice people and you hate to inconvenience anyone. So then you just opened a couple doors that... Oh, also there was a mural that depicted basically what everyone thought was the Great Apocalypse, except it seemed to be caused by the races rather than the gods. And he didn't want you guys spilling the beans to the random townspeople about that, because he's afraid how they might react until they can also substantiate that evidence. And then we descended into the dungeon, Van a little quicker than the rest of them because he fell into a nice little spike trap. Then you realized that the whole place was kind of trapped, as if no one wanted you to get inside the place at all. But with Joe's marvelous trap disarming skills, he was able to deal with that.
Hacked into the mainframe.
Yes.
So you guys went downstairs and started rooting around. You found a ghoul, instantly killed the ghoul before it had a chance to even say hi.
Beg for mercy.
The first area was basically just broken rooms. Then you opened up a larger room that was just filled with a horde of skeletons that just stood still at attention, evidently doing nothing. There's a bunch of rooms leading off that room. Van ran into the middle, tried to turn them all as a good cleric would, and when his sheath or his rays of radiant energy washed over them, they were all encased in some sort of strange necrotic energy which protected them from his turning attempt. Van then cried and sat in the corner, weeping for his ineptitude.
He had a crisis of faith, I think, is the term that we're looking
Yes.
for here. A crisis of faith.
While crying in the corner.
Cry.
Just typically what you do in a crisis of faith.
Yes. So then you guys decided you were too scared of the inert skeletons and slammed the door shut and ran away. And then you went up the corridor. There's a collapsed area on the right. There's some more doors. You found an archway that you walked through. Kabar boldly strode forward into the open room, which then through cracks in the walls or nowhere, he's not really sure, sprung some shadowy beasts, basically gigantic shadow dog things that began just ripping into him.
It's like a boat.
Wasn't ideal.
Combat went pretty well, other than to Kabar's face and part of Joe.
I took a lot of...
Because of a poorly timed crit.
Yes.
Rinlith finally successfully used the Wand of Banishment, and that's where we ended. So you guys are kind of hanging out, trying to decide what to do next while you're taking a breather.
Bleeding.
I have 50 HP.
So we're
I'm
taking
good.
a short rest.
Please.
Are you actually bleeding?
While we take a
As the
short,
healer here, I
while
need
we
to know
take a
these
short
things.
rest, I am going to...
Here's a good berry. You
I-
only get one.
I've got about half damage. Or half
I'm
HP.
putting my Wand of Banishment away.
Well, I'm at 50, so I'm really good.
Oh,
Okay.
I'm 16.
And I'm taking out... Should I use my Wand of Wonder? No. I'm never going to use
I was
that.
going to say, I don't think you
Too
ever
scary.
used that.
I'm never gonna use it. It's too scary.
You might create some butterflies.
I can get you a
Or,
cube,
like-
cure wounds.
Just send myself somewhere.
well,
Just be
if we're
done
doing
from
a
the
short
game.
rest, I'll just...
Fireball yourself
Yeah.
to the head.
I'm gonna
Do whatever you want, okay?
attune to the Wand of Life.
I will choose good berry.
Transfer.
You should second win before you take a short rest.
Okay.
I already did. I used second wind last time.
You should cheat and say you did.
Shh.
Go to the tapes.
Pass me notes instead. He's recording it. Ah.
That's right. But
So while we're relaxing,
Which we could have been doing this whole time.
I tell everybody of the notes. It's from Lilithana.
Oh, that note. I forgot about that note.
Do you need healing?
So Lilith
Well, I'm rolling some hit dice,
Okay.
but
is going to Pyrinth apparently,
Oh, okay.
but
Karen. Maybe hard to read.
Wasn't that the dragon we just killed?
no, that was Pyreheart.
Parent. Town is
All
parent.
this Latin.
She still doesn't know that we have the compass, or what the compass is, or anything like that.
Did she write that in a note? I still don't know that you have the compass, because that's suspect.
No,
I don't know that you have the compass.
she
Seems very nice.
Semicolon, close parentheses.
she left this note in Solatris, knowing that would be the next place that we would seek the compass, and that's how this note found us. But it seems like she's trying to strike out on her own a bit. She mourned the loss of her Displacer Beast thing that we slaughtered, but
And skinned and left us skin there.
I don't think we did that.
Jerked it over her unconscious body.
I don't know, I've had a lot of dreams about that.
So she's somewhat grateful to us, it seems, probably just me, mostly, for
That's fair.
the means of her escape from Ian Covis. So that's good. And if we go back,
This is his girlfriend.
if we go back to town,
She's a cleric, you like her. Just like you.
Just like you.
so we might be able to meet up with her.
She's a passionate cleric, just like you.
Very
She's
passionate.
very passionate. And I hand the note around if anyone wants to try and read it. It gave me a slight headache trying to read it. Not gonna lie.
Oh, that's fair. What the? You're the worst kind of DM.
The worst. Literally the worst.
So
Stalwart and stunning champions? Who's stalwart and which one of us is stunning? Are you stalwart and I'm stunning?
he's stalwart for sure.
And then you're the dearest, obviously.
Yeah, I'm
Dearest, stunning, and then stalwart?
Sure.
All right, that's all I need to know.
You want to read this? Okay.
I'll read it.
Say
So
that.
while we're short resting,
You'll try.
I want to
I will
clear some of
try.
this rubble from
Oh my
the door.
god. Why?
It's old. It's.
You know, Microsoft invented
Yeah.
more than one font.
Dude, what?
That's why I'm not reading.
Okay.
Do you want a readable copy?
Nah, what's the point of that?
No.
Oh, this is horrible.
Don't take away our immersion, DM. You're the worst kind of
Yeah,
DM.
you can just. You saw me. trying
I'll
to read
just
it for a while.
I'll just take Renla's summary.
I gave you the gist.
I will put up on the screen a readable copy if you want.
Nah,
Nah.
it's all right.
That's insane.
I trust that if he missed something, you would have told
It
us.
was
just now.
worse than I expected it to be when I finished it.
That is bad.
It wasn't
So-
supposed to be that bad.
She wrote it as she was still
Turn in
bleeding
a
out.
resume with that.
I guess you can move Renlith into the room too, and I try and wrangle Celia in there as well.
Okay, she'll come.
want to run the fuck away.
Oh, I guess I'll. I'm gonna roll hit die too.
Accurate.
Yeah.
Do you have inspiration?
I do not.
There you go.
Fantastic. No, I do.
Huzzah!
I was not prepared for that.
It's a good throw. It's a good throw. Well,
Whew. One hit die and I'm mostly maxed out.
what do we
57.
do?
I'm clearing
Ow.
rubble from in front of that door while you guys are resting.
Are you?
Hmm.
Is there rubble in front of the door?
There is.
Okay.
There's a lot of rubble in front of the door.
Roll.
Can I clear all of it in an hour?
No.
Okay. Can I?
Do you need some help?
Do you need a shovel?
Because Kabar's good at moving things around.
I'm
We don't have a shovel.
resting.
So
I'm on my break.
So the rubble goes from floor to ceiling.
Oh, that wasn't.
So
depicted on
basically,
the
it's
thing.
collapsed. Part of the collapsed ceiling.
Okay.
That's where the rubble came from.
Got it. So can I clear enough in an hour to get to the door?
Don't you have like move stone?
No.
I don't know a lot about clerics.
Not a thing.
Do you have a?
I can meld into stone, but that would be useless here.
Wisdom or intelligence?
Wisdom.
I'm leaning towards wisdom.
Fantastic.
Shush.
Give me a wisdom check.
He's feeling generous.
Just straight wisdom?
Yeah.
All right. 21.
So you can definitely clear some of this, but you're concerned, knowing, being the wise person that you are, you realize that the way the rubble is stacked and the way it's collapsed from the ceiling, there's a chance. You're not positive. You'd have to start pulling rocks away and basically see how it shifts. That it could cause more of a collapse because some of the rocks are stacked up part out because he didn't specifically ask and I forgot to mention it. But with his wisdom roll, aka perception, Van also realizes, looking at the rubble around this door, it almost looks more destroyed than collapsed. Like something.
Somebody doesn't want us
something
to
damaged this part,
get
the
into
wall
this.
around this door.
I mean, or someone just blew up.
There's also a bookcase there with a couple very old dusty tomes. They're written in the same language that you can't quite read. The best you'll be able to get is maybe a word here and there that hopefully translate or looks fairly similar. Broken, old, rotting chairs, the desk, the drawers of which you're not sure will come out or not. There's a scroll that's worn. It's aged poorly. You're not sure how well it will hold up to touch and messing with it, but it's partially unfurled. Again, it's written, maybe hard to understand. There's also a globe, which, looking at it, depicts the world in a much smaller state. A lot of it's just open water and seems like it's either unexplored or just filled in with randomness.
It's not really
There's
that
a-
great
there's-
for me.
No, it's
With
like my
what
first
little,
magic
little
item.
you can see on
Wasn't great for me either.
the door, there's an inscription on the door. It looks like some sort of identification, but again, figuring out what that is could take some time or not work at all
Where's the inscription?
on the door.
On the door, and we can see bits and pieces through the rubble.
Oh, okay. That's why I was confused.
Can I change my name to Dusty Tomes?
This is the pain persistence is actually very
I'm
useful.
just
for
trying
me.
to
Yeah, I
think
thought
why.
Concentration
I
stuff
like the
might be
sound of
useful.
it.
Okay. Do you mind?
Dusty tones.
Cool.
That's all yours.
I took my fires. I don't really need that.
Can I give this to Celia? Would she use it?
What is it?
And let her cast Spare the Dying once per long rest?
No, what is it?
Magic
Oh.
pretty necklace.
That white and pink necklace. Magic and pretty necklace. I did write that. That's like my first magic item.
She's not sure. She's never worn jewelry before.
Really?
Yeah.
I wear so
Do I
much
have to
jewelry.
attune to this periaptive pain persistence?
It would say.
It doesn't.
I don't remember for those. Yeah, you do have. It takes an attunement
Yes,
slot.
that requires attunement.
So
Okay.
can we?
That's why he didn't use it.
Can we retcon that for the short rest so you can use that?
Well, I can't. I have to focus on it. I couldn't be able to clear rubble if I'm
Well, you haven't decided if you're clearing rubble. You were looking at the rubble so far.
correct. So do we want to clear
So-
the rubble?
No.
As far as I'm
That's
concerned, we're
the
still in the short rest.
Okay, got it.
Yeah. I think we should do some more exploring and
See what else.
see
we
if
can
there's
learn.
a.
You can always come back to the rubble.
Do you want a pink and white necklace?
I thought you were going to give a pearl
Maybe.
necklace.
You don't have to. You don't have to use it magically. You just look pretty.
It's good.
It's true.
Purity of heart.
She'll take it as long as it's not magical.
Slowly corrupting.
Oh, it's
the
magical.
I'm not really sure what it might do.
It makes me more
Put it on and
powerful
find
healing.
out.
What's that?
Nothing. I mean, it gives you more powerful healing. But
Well, let's.
but no. Keep using
let's-
your intuition
let's
and stuff.
Continue on.
Okay. I mean, it's pretty.
Should I cast Hunter's Mark on her?
I don't know if it goes with my dress, but
What is she wearing? Like a nightgown?
Is it a pearl necklace? Because that goes with everything.
it's just basically a plain traveling white
Like a
dress.
pendant.
Oh, he's talking about the dress.
Oh, I talking about the necklace thing.
I don't know.
When is she gonna get? Do you need a weapon?
No, I don't like.
I got like 16.
You give her a broadsword.
I don't like fighting.
Oh,
Good sword.
Don't worry about Celia. Celia, if you need something, all you need to do is let us know.
What is it you do here?
So far, I follow you guys around and make you guys feel
Miserable.
better.
That's true.
That's what I do.
I was just kidding.
I keep things light and happy.
True.
That is helpful.
I
Let's
don't know why I'm with you though. You
You're
guys woke
comic
me up.
relief.
What was your goal?
Well,
Down the rabbit hole we go.
it's a good question. I don't want to get too into it because of course it's very boring. But
Oh, okay.
suffice to
Just kinda
say,
stares off his
yeah.
face.
But Celia, suffice to say, we're trying to make sure that pure evil doesn't conquer the land. That's the long and short of it.
Yeah.
Are we trying to keep her safe too? Can we do that? No, we could do that.
We're trying.
We're doing our
I guess.
best. Okay.
Well, like, it would be possible to keep her safe, because, like, the last group of people separated into 6 pieces and hid her in a dungeon for 1,000 years.
Shh.
Technically, she did that.
No, don't. She doesn't know that yet.
A little bit of both.
Yeah.
She
So
doesn't know that? She doesn't
let's
know
move
she
to the
spent,
next
like,
door, shall we?
3 days in
Alright,
her
well,
backpack.
so during the short rest, I'm going to
Celia,
this then.
you're adopted.
He says the half-orc standing next to the elf
I
to the
also have the
human.
cloak of billowing if you want to constantly look amazing.
No,
I mean,
that's
I
I'm
kind of
wearing
already-
Oh, you're wearing. I'm
I was
sorry.
like, I kind of
You
already
can't
did.
take that away from me.
Sorry.
Don't take backsies.
I didn't. I
I was
didn't,
like,
I didn't have a
what
K.
do you mean
next
you got
to
it? It's on my back.
I'm holding it. No,
I start offering everybody else's stuff to Van.
that was a
Like, man, you've
gift.
been looking kind of down lately. Let me offer you this really cool sword that Kabar's been using.
I've just been waiting. Hey,
We've got this nice crossbow. as
I'm
well.
attuned to that. You
Do you
can't
need
do
a crossbow? No, I gave you the crossbow.
I have a longbow.
You guys are taste.
So Renlith
Is
is
he
going
gonna
to
give
move to
her?
that first door
Do you need bracers of archery?
and then call over Joe to inspect it.
You need those?
Not for my crossbow.
That would be helpful.
It
So
would be
this
helpful.
door has an inscription
Even if you
above
don't
it as well,
attune to it right away.
and a
Are those
image.
all your magic items?
It's kind of this style of
a lot
what
of
looks like a holy symbol.
Like, it's my bolt, my quivers.
Then, do you recognize this symbol?
I'm gonna find out. Religion?
No, I mean it's a holy symbol. Why would you use religion? Yes.
I was like, wait, I'm so confused. Alright,
Wait, we have someone who can roll religion on a holy symbol?
Yeah.
What?
That's
20.
What?
like a 1,000,000% diversification in this group.
Yeah, I didn't even know that was a thing.
So this is the symbol you see.
Oh, it's a tree. I like it.
Oh, now that you mention it, I can see it.
Van likes it. Very much.
It looks naturey, of course. It doesn't give you any feelings of foreboding, but you don't recognize it. I mean, at first you're like, oh, obviously this is a symbol of Kyla, but you're like, wait, that's not quite right for Kyla.
Yeah, the shading's off.
So I wonder, we've
I don't know.
had a little bit of insight, and then I explain a bit of that like elf mother thing.
For reference, for you, Van, this is the symbol of Kyla.
That's not even remotely.
No, that explains my
similar.
tattoo.
I mean, it's a world. It's got plants.
Oh, sure.
Hey,
It's the same tree, okay?
Jeff doesn't have a religion check.
That's what I
Van
just said. That's what I just said. You know, naturey. You kind of got the feeling. You're like, wait, no, that's not the right.
Just like some gods, as long as there's a skull in it, it's the same. It's whatever. That works.
That's basically for Kabar, Joe, and Renlith. That's basically what we see. That's like, oh, this.
Yeah, a
Symbol.
round symbol.
It's a tree.
Like that one god.
Everything's a
It looks
tree.
cool on the longbow description.
It does.
Fantastic. All right, well, these are very helpful. Thank you.
It is. Now
Well-
he's OP at range.
All right, sorry.
Joe,
Someone
it's also
said
my
something, I
kid's
already
name.
forgot what they said. Oh,
It's
Joe, so you were going to have Joe
super
look.
Yeah, Joe, can you check this door to see if it's
Beat the door down, Joe.
trapped or warded?
I will do that for you. For you,
Thanks.
specifically.
Okay.
Because I really care about you. And
Let's not get
Let's not.
get all weird.
Save it for the bone zone.
Anytime you guys want me to perform a ceremony, I am 100% ready.
Should probably roll something.
no, I'm looking.
All right, give me a perception check.
I'm just not going to assume he wants me to roll.
I'm actively looking, but
19.
But I'm not going to roll a perception check because DM's probably going to have me roll a athletics check for.
It could be an insight.
Yeah.
That's a different
Yeah.
dice.
Sounds about right.
It's a 19.
19. You do not detect any trap-like elements to this door. It's not locked either.
I try to. Oh, okay. Then I do open it.
It's a little stuck. It will
Stand
require
back
a little
while
bit of
you
force. Looks like it hasn't been used
I'll help
for
him.
some time.
What?
Oh.
You know how strong I am? So strong.
He-
Yes, I do, and it's shameful.
I mean, you have the strength of a god. It's a dick thing to say. It's like Einstein making
You
fun of
even
kindergartners. You're such an idiot.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean it.
Kabar walks
You're a
through
big
the door
boy.
sideways.
You're such a big boy.
Okay,
You
door's
judge a
open.
fish by its ability to climb a tree.
I ruffle your hair. I'm so proud of you.
I feel better. I open the door.
Just ruffling the fur on top
Without
of his-
Clark's help, I open the
because of
door.
his hat.
Oh yeah.
Because you both wear creepy
For
hats.
reference, my drift globe is up and illuminating the area.
Okay,
I have light.
that's what I need. I need a drift globe mini
Yeah.
So,
It's just one more thing.
see or no?
to constantly move around. No, you need to make an athletics check.
Oh,
I mean,
well,
it's not super difficult.
I'll make it if you want to help me. I'll do it
Someone
with
needs to at
advantage.
least make
Okay,
it.
I'll help you out.
Good, because your +5 means nothing here.
It's more than that.
Christ almighty.
DC's 14.
All right.
It's +9.
My shoulder hurts.
You bash into the metal door and you're like, man.
I rolled a 3 and a 4.
Oh my gosh.
Okay,
With a +1.
I got this.
Now he ruffles. your
Kabar
hair.
picks him up and
Excuse
pushes him
me.
aside.
Wait, re-roll.
I'm still helping you.
17?
Think
Yeah.
loud.
I'm helping him. I
You burst the door open with no issue.
have a siege scimitar. I don't need you guys.
So the door opens,
that
and
looks
it's quite
bad.
obviously a temple. The
That
heavy
looks
door
very
opens to reveal a splendid temple.
Oh, this is
although-
obviously a temple, guys.
Although it's in very poor condition. There's two ornate, very nice crafted pillars near the back. There's two other pillars that have been basically destroyed due to time. Old broken pews. There's rubble along the temple. Towards the back, there's an altar with draped old cloths that have deteriorated for the most part. An open holy tome sits upon the altar. Behind that is a large fountain that continues to trickle water. Somehow the water hasn't all evaporated at this point. There are two braziers that are unlit near the altar. Two doors on the left are unmarked, leading hopefully into something else. Other than that, there's some inscriptions near the altar, but you may have trouble reading them based on other things that you've encountered so far.
Do you guys want me to check the room for traps real quick?
Yeah, probably.
I will walk around slowly looking for traps. Not reading anything.
Quickly.
I'll walk
Is
around
the-
quickly with my eyes closed looking for traps.
Is the holy symbol that was on the door anywhere here?
From where you are standing, you don't see it.
Okay. Does this look like a similar sort of setup to anything I may be familiar with?
I mean,
in
it's
terms
a fairly typical temple layout.
People sure love temples, huh?
I look for danger in the room as I slowly walk around.
Okay, you walk
I'll
around
bring
and you
it out
don't
of me.
feel anything you don't sense any strange danger other than the rubble that could, continue collapsing.
Right, all the ceilings made of gravel.
And Elmer's glue.
And you kind of get a fear of sitting in the pews that are still standing.
Right, okay. It seems clear, guys. And then I'm just going to go and make sure the doors are good and unlock them if they need to be unlocked, but let everyone else do whatever they do.
All right, you
I guess,
you look over the doors, and the door closest to this door is locked. The other door is not locked.
Not attempt to. It's going to be unlocked.
Joe is just going to hang by the door that Joe opened with Cilia.
Not Joe.
Yes, sorry.
Joe's
Which side of the door? Into the room?
Yeah, inside, just next to Cilia. Renlith isn't particularly interested.
16.
No problem. The lock's not super complex and it's old and rickety.
All right, I don't open anything, and then I just hang out by the doors.
Okay.
I guess I'm listening for anything while everyone else does whatever they do.
Is there anything to attack?
Nothing that moves other than you guys.
Roll religion.
Roll what now?
Wait, the water trickling in the back is moving.
Get it.
Attack!
Sick him, Kabar.
I explained to Victim that we've had interesting experience with old flowing fountains.
Oh,
yeah.
With,
Okay.
with regenerative properties.
I want to examine one of these pillars.
Okay.
We've been attacked by them before.
Is there any kind of writing
But
or?
we have
There
been
is some
attacked
writing
before.
on the pillars, and each of them looks like it depicts one of the strangely proportioned elfin creatures that you've seen. But both the statues are depicted as females, and they are very kind of grand in nature.
Very grand.
There's a chance to use the term grandiose.
Grandiose.
I don't even know what that means, but you should use it anyway.
Can I check out the fountain?
Sure, you can go back to the fountain.
See if it's aggressive?
He takes out his fountain straw.
Do you want to just look it over, or do you want to like actively peruse it with time?
I'm not going to touch
Inspect
it
with his
because I've learned that over our dungeon exploring years,
That you're
not
a
to touch things.
You're a super
So you're just
genius
gonna
at
look at
11.
it closely, or just kind of glance at it.
Look at it closely.
All right, give me a perception.
16.
16. So you look at it for a little while, and the water is kind of fountaining out of the eyes that are carved into the fountain. It's basically a face, and there's
it's
also
crying.
there's also a holy symbol, the same one on the door underneath below that face, and then it's kind of fountaining like tears into the fountain below. It's a very slow trickle. There's a very small amount of water left, but there is still water. But other than that, there's some inscriptions around the face, around the edge of the fountain. But looking at it, you don't see anything that's really exciting or interesting. Other than at the very base of the fountain, inside the pool, there are a couple wings.
You should totally put your hand in there and take those coins.
We're pretty good on money, I
Pretty
think.
flush.
I don't think a couple coins are gonna.
You still have that giant ruby.
Oh yeah. I'm holding on to that.
I mean, there's like 5 glittery coins in the.
I'm gonna pull out a gold coin and just kind of. Bloop.
Okay. Drops down into the water with a small clink or plunk as it touches the water, and then it lands.
Okay.
Is this some sort of strange custom to throw your money into
It's
buckets?
It's showing respect for whatever deity this temple belongs to.
Do you know what deity this temple belongs to?
Do I?
Could be the god of death and rape, and you just show
Yeah, you
preference
just.
I worship the god of death.
and rape.
Well, no, not the rape part. That's
Oh,
the
yikes. Yikes.
While you've been trying to rack your brain thinking about it,
Have we done a background check on this guy?
the most you can't come up with a
Does it work
name
on base?
off the top of your head, but you do know that there are ancient stories of basically racial gods and goddesses.
Okay.
They've been pretty much completely forgotten. No one's gotten any powers from them. No one's gotten an answered prayer for them before your lifetime.
Okay.
So no one really cares about them anymore. But based on putting 2 and 2 together and your extensive religious knowledge, you feel like it's probably a temple dedicated to the elvish goddess.
The old elves, not the new elves.
Right.
Okay.
But who it was exactly, what exactly they dealt with, you really never even studied because it was never a concern.
Okay. Evil or good?
Probably more good than evil. Definitely not evil. None of the remember that none of the original
you able to-
ancient racial gods
Okay.
were evil. They were all very benevolent to their own race.
Okay. So I would know that in temples, the clergy often hide valuables or have there's hidden compartments under altars for, to stash things away, like ritual things.
Sure.
Can I look for something like that
Sure.
under here?
Do you want to actively poke around, or are you just going to glance around?
It would be active because
Okay. Give me an investigation roll as you poke and prod and move things around and try to find anything.
Can you help me with this? I think there might be something hidden in this altar.
Yeah, so I'll take an hour to tune to my scimitar that lets me cut open altars.
I think you just
Or
wanted
just
to
help me look.
around.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's not what he was asking for.
He like awkwardly puts the scimitar away.
I was so looking forward to that.
I don't even know if I have my siege scimitar anymore.
Or maybe you could look and I can help you, and I would explain to him that there's often hidden compartments and things to keep ritual objects and things like that under.
Yeah,
altars.
once we found the actual real temple.
Under the altar.
The altar had the button and it was behind the wall.
Cool. So can you help me look
For a button?
or some kind of secret compartment?
I need details.
We're looking for.
I run in and throw a gold coin in the fountain.
Violently.
So you're helping me?
Yes.
Okay.
So you can roll.
So
advantage.
He's telling me where...
Because I would imagine you're better at investigation than I am.
Yeah.
He is, but he's so much worse at understanding than you are.
Investigation?
Yeah. 1 and a 2.
Nice job.
So Joe kind of watches with his head cocked as you kind of walk around and like place your hands on the altar.
What about that stone?
Shake the stone.
What about that stone? What about that brick? What about the one above it? No, I don't. Can't help
So
it.
you kind of shake the stone on the altar for a while. It doesn't move because it's stone, and you kind of look over and you like poke at the well, and then you kind of kick the ground a little bit, and you walk around, and you just kind of stop, and you're after like 20 minutes, you kind of stop and be like, "There's definitely nothing here." And Joe just kind of sits there realizing he didn't really do anything.
Okay. Well, here's your inspiration token back. I'm gonna re-roll that because that's garbage. 9
Total.
total.
So after spending close to half an hour, you kind of stop for a moment. You realize this isn't cutting it, and you kind of start looking closer, and you start like touching the altar and kind of feeling around, putting your hands, looking for any side of imperfection.
Sure.
A couple
I
times
guess
you
I
feel
got
like you
+1.
found
That's
something,
my
you realize,
skill
oh, it's
token.
just a little bit of rough stone, or the stone's a little worn right here, or haha, I pull up the cloth and it just kind of starts deteriorating, and there's a lot of dust. And then you go back to the fountain and you kind of feel around and you just feel like, oh, there's just stone here too. And you get your hands wet, and then you look over at the braziers and try to dig through the coals. Now your hands have wet coals stuck to them. And then you stop.
I give myself Rambo stripes.
And then you stop and you're like, yeah, there's definitely nothing here.
I'm gonna try and push the altar out of the way.
Yeah, so during your pushing process, that was the first thing you did, was you were just pushing on the stone and nothing happened.
Okay.
I'm gonna open the first one.
Okay.
I just opened it.
Which one? This one?
No, this one.
This one.
Wait, that's the first room?
It is now because I'm over there now.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Because I had to go help him look.
You're fine.
Do you want me to, or us to?
Nope. I'm just opening the door. Here, there's probably loot in here, and then I walk away. I help you out because your materialistic needs.
All right. That room is pretty disappointing, actually.
Whoa, I'll be the judge of that.
Whoa! Look at this room.
There's some rubble, as part of this room has collapsed in the back as well.
You
It's
said
basically just broken from the ceiling to the ground. Again, you can see that the basically the dirt is peeking through from the broken stone. There are a couple cushions / cots that have been laying out on the floor. They look bug-ridden, worn, very, very old, very unkept, bad condition. It looks like it was some sort of meditation room / basically just waiting area in the temple where people would meditate. Things of value, you don't really see anything immediately of interest.
Right.
Whoa! Look at this cot.
I moved to the next door and opened that one too.
Can we take the cot?
While he's running around in these rooms, is this book?
Oh, I don't go inside.
Like, would it fall apart if I touched it?
So I hadn't had you touch it yet because you hadn't said anything specifically about the book.
Okay.
You're not 100% sure, but it definitely looks like it's in bad condition. You know it would not travel well. Would it start falling apart if you touched it?
I have painter's supplies, so I want to take one of my paintbrushes and kind of use that to turn the pages without touching it.
Okay.
Do I see any pictures of like depictions of ritual, or is it just script?
So you start flipping through, and most of the book, almost all of it, is just text. There are a couple small pictures on it. For the most part, it's very simple things like a picture, basically like a small picture of a person, like standing in front of a group, things like that. There's a couple geometric pattern pictures on it.
One of those old Stussy
Other
S's.
nature-y type aspects. Some of it's like drawn into the margins of the page where it's like vines and things. Whoa. But you don't see just flipping through anything super profound.
Okay. I want to take like one of my things of holy water and just kind of like do like a little sprinkle on the altar and like mutter an incantation of like a ritualistic thing of like bless this temple. Thanks for being a place to worship
What?
in Elvish.
I cast
All
fireball.
right.
What are you
Give me
doing?
a
Like pay
religion check.
respects. I
Give me a
guess.
religion check, and
You just watch this guy take
You
out a
can
paintbrush
pull away
from the
the stuff.
That's the
and then
weirdest.
take out some water.
What is? And
Pull the
after
wall
you threw
too.
a coin in there,
Yes.
what is going on?
This guy threw away a coin.
you know
used a
something
paintbrush
we
with
don't?
paint. And just started spraying water everywhere.
I'm going over here after you get water
22.
thrown at me.
22. You feel like you pay pretty good respects, and you managed to keep the water away from the book. So it
Yeah, I
doesn't-
wouldn't pour water on the old book.
But you
I
feel
do.
like you've paid a
I
fairly
will
good
also pay
respect
respects.
to the temple.
One for the homies.
I don't have any water, so I just use some wine.
Yeah, we just start pouring wine everywhere out of respect.
Just-
Champagne. I open the door, DM.
Yes, you open the door. This appears to be another worship meditation room. There are benches,
Ooh, pretty.
most of which have kind of broken down. There's a table in the corner. It looks like it was maybe an area for contemplative prayer. There are a few prayer books stored. They're closed. They're kind of stacked on that table. You can see that there's more rubble. Part of this room has also collapsed. In the back, there's a small credence table, essentially, with candles on top of it. The wax is old, dusty. In the center of that, there's basically what looks to be a small incense container or something. It's jewel encrusted, it's silver. It's tarnished, but otherwise it looks to be in decent condition.
Yeah, so apparently racist forsaken me, so I'm on the lookout for a new god. I'm not,
Shopping.
I'm not a, you know,
You're there with Renlith.
what do you call people who leave? I'm not an apostate yet,
Oh,
but you know,
I wouldn't go for the gods that's abandoned people for the last thousands of years.
you know, just saying.
I once couldn't cast a spell.
The fickle, very fickle.
All right,
Cleric.
well, nothing in here. All right, let's move on.
Yeah, that's boring. Okay.
What are we in here for?
Ooh,
We're making it
jewels.
safe, right? That's our main goal.
Did you see that
Yeah.
shiny thing in the corner?
Yeah,
Kind of looks cool.
go for it. Do you know how much shit I'm carrying?
What is it?
It's just a tarnished silver box covered in gemstones filled with incense. I can see that from the door.
Is it trapped though?
Probably.
I pick it up.
Okay. Give me a charisma saving throw.
Oh,
Said probably. Whatever.
Yeah, you should definitely steal from a god's temple. That's a brilliant idea. Nothing bad has ever happened because of that.
3.
Okay.
You're so charismatic.
Good thing I have removed.
I
curse
put it
prepared.
back.
You fail.
I mean, indomitable. Oh, this never works out.
What's gonna happen when he drops that dice on that phone?
9
total?
total.
All right.
Totally.
As Kabar touches the container, you kind of hear a little whimper almost from him, and then his body almost looks like it's being sucked in, and Kabar disappears.
Ah!
Oh, gee, that was brilliant. Poof.
Oh, hey! Magic people! Kabar disappeared into a box.
Meanwhile, Van is lighting incense in the braziers.
No, braziers.
Is that how you say it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Brazier is something
Brazier
different.
is
Braziers are
something
these
completely
things.
different.
Renlith, he doesn't run, but he walks quickly into the room.
Watch out for that box. Kabar's in there.
Braziers. Braziers.
Oh
braziers.
no.
Yeah. I told him it was probably trapped, and so he dived in. Probably
It's probably trapped. Okay, touch it. That has to be the best thing ever.
Kabar was bored.
So he touched it, whimpered, disappeared.
Yes.
I did not whimper.
What are you talking about? You tried.
Joe considered it a whimper.
You tried to indomitable it. What does that sound like? Yeah, it was a whimper.
Does this look like a religious device or an artifact or something?
You don't know. You're hanging
So,
out with the braziers.
I heard the screaming of the girlish elf
Okay.
and
so-
went to hell.
I use a deep voice.
Brenlith got there first.
I stand.
Guys.
I walk back to the door,
I do push-ups.
and usher Van back there as well.
Okay.
If he'll come. Bring my mage hand out and attempt to open the box. Or
Is it a box?
Does it have a lid, or is it just a box with no lid?
Wait, how do you feel right now?
So it's not really a box. It's more of like a circular
Try and message him.
Invincible.
container like this, and it does have basically a jewel encrusted lid to it.
A derelict temple with a shiny gem
Okay.
on it.
So I take my mage hand and I'm going to pull off the lid.
Okay. The mage hand fails to pull the lid off.
That's
course
what
it
I
does.
thought.
Where am I?
You are in a small space and can see out of this container. Like you're in a small container, but see through the container, and you can see the room around you. So basically, you're suddenly looking at Joe standing there screaming.
I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try and use message.
Is he much bigger, or does everything look much bigger?
Because you look like you're shrunk to the size inside of the container.
We have a Kabar in a bottle.
Okay, so
Standing, or
Again.
also in this room, there's no furniture or anything, but there's a dead skeleton lying in one of the corners, and there's also a skeleton of some sort of cat-like creature next to it.
Can you tell us?
okay, so I'm gonna message
Can you tell us something's cursed?
Renlith. I'm gonna try and message Renlith or whoever.
I can remove curses.
Guys,
So can I.
I'm
How can you remove curses?
in this thing.
bought a scroll.
Don't touch it.
Oh.
Okay.
Sorry, my bad.
The message works.
So you.
Okay. So I received that information and relay it to the rest of the party. I call Celia over.
Hi,
Sacrifice
what's
her
going
soul.
on? Where's Fishface?
Tell her to touch the thing.
Sorry, Sir Fishface.
Yeah, he likes them all.
Thank you.
He's trapped in that box over there. He touched it and disappeared into it, and now he seems to be stuck in there.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's tough luck.
it's rough. We want to get him back.
I'm gonna cast Detect Magic.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's very magical.
I'm gonna make sure my boot knife's still on my boot. It is.
I am going to get out by sheer force of will.
That's how you got in. Lack of that.
All right. You shake your whole body with will and hold your breath. I don't know.
He turns blue.
As Van finishes 10 minutes later.
No, it's not a ritual.
Oh, it's not a ritual. You actually cast the spell.
I use my Firbolg magic.
Oh, okay. Van falls unconscious and drops to the floor.
Okay.
Shit. I forgot about that! Damn it!
Um,
Every time.
so I have a remove curse scroll.
Oh, damn it.
When we thought we had one problem, let's make two.
Damn it! I hate her so much.
He tried to use detect magic again.
Yeah.
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 This is like a normal occurrence.
So I stepped
There
over
were
the
verbal
Firbolg.
and somatic components to spell. I figured you would recognize this and maybe stop me if you, like... He's like, would I though? I wouldn't.
It never gets old.
You need to learn this lesson the hard way. This just shakes his head.
Are you doing okay in there?
I'm stuck.
What's it
I
feel
tried
like?
using force of will, but
Give me a strength check. No, wait. What? How? Your force of will, so wisdom check.
Could have just punched the wall.
Force of arms.
17.
Nothing happens.
Because it's a DC 30.
No,
Do you want me to give you up?
Okay, I'm going to try and break out with my strength.
You would do that. That's fair.
Yeah.
start bashing into
I
the
asked-
container?
Is there any seams?
Not that you can reach. There's one way above you, but it's like over twice your height.
I asked Celia,
That's like 40 feet.
do you have any familiarity with curses?
Do you feel cursed?
Can
I don't know.
They're talking in their head, so I can't hear this.
Yes.
You hear me mumbling at the box.
Yeah.
I walk over to it.
What's it feel like?
So I asked Celia, is that box that Kabar is in, or
There's
Fishface in?
dead
Is that
people in
cursed?
here.
I don't know.
There's a dead cat. You'd love it.
I've seen curses.
That sounds
before.
amazing.
I've had a curse done to me before.
You know,
I've seen other
Schrödinger's
people cursed.
censure.
I don't know how to identify a curse. There's stuff in the box. There's 3 things
that
in
cat
the
would
box.
probably still be
things.
alive if you didn't look at it.
Huh?
One of those things, Kabar?
I didn't do
Oh,
that.
you just know? Okay, alright.
What's wrong? What?
Do you have any idea? You don't have any idea how this thing works, do you?
I bet if Kabar did something to it, it sucked him in.
Yeah.
How do we get it to suck me
Confirms
out?
my suspicion, I suppose.
Can he hear us?
Yeah.
Cool. I don't think we can hear him though.
He
You hear, like,
successfully
Well, I mean,
messaged.
besides message, yeah.
You hear like
No, you don't hear anything from the container.
Okay. I mean, we've been casting message back and forth if that works, but
Yeah, message is working.
yeah. I mean, I can cast remove curse.
At least message is working from him to you. No one's actually cast a message to him yet.
I have.
Okay, it doesn't work.
Oh, it doesn't work.
No.
You haven't heard anything I've said.
I can hear it from outside from when you vocally.
Yeah, he can hear you.
Oh, right. Okay.
You just can't talk to him unless he messages you.
I'm still whispering though, like I'm casting message.
So you can reply to him when he messages you.
Man, it's a good thing I know message, right?
Well,
Hmm.
I guess I look over at Van.
Oh, so long.
Am I back with the smart Celia?
So, Van, you wake up and you're in the pink and white plane of nothingness.
I also have death blocks.
And you stand there, and a moment later, Celia's there as well.
Hello.
Hello again.
I didn't expect you back so soon.
Yeah, I forgot that this happens.
Oh, that's rather unfortunate. This is not the best thing to do all the time.
I'm learning that, yeah. Hey,
You'll be here for some time with me.
okay. Is there any way we could reunite you, Celia, with the other Celia?
I don't understand.
You know there's two of you, right?
No.
There are.
No.
No, oh. She's just as obnoxious as the other one.
There's one.
Okay, yeah. Can...
Did you say, in her world?
Yeah. Back in the waking world, Celia's an idiot, and you're obviously not.
I am Celia. That's not a nice thing to say about me.
Okay, you're
I
right.
take quite offense to that.
I apologize. I didn't mean to give you offense. But,
Didn't you?
not you, her, you. Just, can you help me out here?
Well, there's only one Celia.
I get that.
Okay, well, you've been helped.
That didn't help.
Well, how would you like me to help you, Van?
With whatever you think I need.
I like the idea that Celia has a higher intelligence than all of us.
Based on the fact that on the questions you asked me so far, I feel like you need a lesson in dealing with people politely. We could discuss that at length if you.
No, can you just send me back to my friends? I'm sorry, I
No, I can't
apologize.
do that.
Oh, you can't? Okay.
You'll just have to wait for the time the magic will take its course.
Okay.
It should only be about 24 hours.
Okay. Would you like me to make you some tea?
There's no tea.
Oh, I don't have my stuff?
No.
Oh, it's just, okay. So
You're
it's
naked.
Just you and your clothes.
in my head. Can I try and will tea into existence?
You can try.
Okay.
Give me a wisdom save. Or a will save. Or a wisdom save. Yeah, wisdom save.
Wisdom save. 28.
No.
I literally could not have done any better. I rolled a nat 20 with a bonus 8.
So since,
I wanted you to feel like you were trying.
Yeah, I love the Dash doesn't even stop. He's like, doesn't happen.
so since I've been in here for a while, can I check out the room thoroughly?
Sure. So the walls are kind of curved because you're in kind of like a bowl type thing.
Right.
And then there's the two decayed bodies. Otherwise, I mean, the bodies have things on them. The walls are pretty much smooth.
Mm-hmm.
You're guessing that the height of the container is maybe 20 feet or so before it gets to the rim.
Right.
And it kind of bowls out, so it's going to be really difficult to climb, if not impossible.
Do I have all my stuff on me still?
You do.
Okay, so first I want to check
Good
the
question.
bodies.
Okay.
Or the skeletons.
You walk over to the bodies. One of them is some sort of
I'm
large
trying to check out
cat-like
Van.
creature. It's almost like panther size.
Right.
And it has a very slender skeletal frame to it, and the tail, at the end of the tail, this is the only really weird thing about the creature is that there's a bone scythe coming off the tail.
Creepy.
That's the only thing.
But other than that, it's kind of like a small pantherish type cat, maybe bobcat sized. The other one is like a humanoid creature, very slight, frail, skeletal. There's looks to be some sort of chainmail armor that it's wearing still on the skeleton. It has a sword as well, and it's got a backpack with contents probably inside of it, and then it has a cloth pouch, and then some really poor quality clothes that overall it doesn't look like it's decayed nearly as much as the other stuff, but it's still not in the best of shape.
I'm gonna look through stuff.
Okay. The belt pouch.
Nothing else to do.
The belt pouch has a few coins in it. Looks like gold and silver. They don't look like they're like current. They don't look like your current gold and silver.
Right.
But they actually remind you of the discs that you got in the other temple.
Okay.
That were worth a little bit more.
We also don't have to stay down here.
The backpack has some old rope in it.
I think I'm gonna take
And it also has
I have removed hers.
basically some like mess kit cookware, and it has some incense, basically different types of holy objects. There's an old tome in there as well that you haven't touched yet because you're not sure how well it will hold up to you touching it. And there's also
wouldn't be able to talk to
a scroll case.
We wouldn't be able to talk
Scroll
to
case.
Dimension.
Okay, so is there anything
Learn some
inside the scroll
knowledge
case?
Yeah, so you pop open the scroll case and there are scrolls inside the case.
I'll pocket it.
Okay.
Like if I was in your bag of holding, could I talk to you?
So, is the sword interesting?
It's very curved. It's very similar to almost a sickle. It's kind of like a cross between a sickle and a scimitar. So it's more combat oriented than a sickle, but more curved than a scimitar.
I'm not sure if I want to touch that.
Okay. There's also writing on the
Now you decide not touching things?
the edge.
Oh, what, I can't learn?
No.
I can't.
The blade near
It's
the
not-
hilt
it's not
also
what
has
this book is
a
about.
little bit of writing on it.
I mean, you
It's
can
not
try
a
it,
language
but
you know.
I'm just being real. No,
Can
you
I?
can't.
Intelligence?
I'm trying to see if it's dangerous.
I'm going to check on Vane
Okay.
in a medicine check way.
Give me the medicine check. You're not really sure. You may have seen it before, but you're not sure what it is. It's definitely not elvish.
10.
It's not orcish. It's not common.
And this is just like a regular size sword?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like a one-handed weapon.
I have my rope.
10.
He's alive. Very shallow breathing.
Like stable, but
Yeah.
like smacking him around isn't doing anything.
No, very unconscious.
Because I don't know much about medicine. That's my medicine check.
My medicine check is just slap the shit out of him.
So I'm gonna try it. Okay,
Well, I start with
kind of
the
the technique we
ABCs.
did in
Airway,
other
bleeding.
dungeon with tying a rope to the end of a spear
Circulatory
or
system.
some heavy object and then trying to throw it up
Yeah.
or off the
The face
lip.
next to the mouth.
Okay.
Yeah,
The lips.
I watched it.
I mean,
Chest.
you can try. You don't think it's going to work
And then I
very
check the
well.
pulse.
You have to get like incredibly
That's where your
lucky
soul
for it
is.
to somehow magically
Travels through.
hold, and then it's
Chakra.
probably not going
Tunnels.
to hold any weight.
Hmm.
Unless you can force it and it actually punctures, but you're not sure if it's going to do that because based on this thing, it feels like it's like a very strong.
I see.
After about 5 minutes of contemplation, Rinlin realized he's now only Joe and Celia,
There's Van, body.
unconscious.
He
And
seems
then-
stable.
Assesses his situation and goes to take
Shock
the
and
lid
grasp.
off of
Clear.
the cursed object.
Okay.
We don't care about anything. I shoot him with my bolt.
All right. So you go to pull the lid off the cursed object. All right.
This should be good.
Charisma save.
Yep. You got it.
24.
Yeah.
24, nice. So you feel the object kind of pull you in, and for a moment you realize that it's about to basically pull your whole body, including your soul, into the container, but you are able to resist it.
Well,
Do
I
I
was trying
see-
to take the lid off of it.
All right, and then you pull it up, and as you pull it open, Kabar and two skeletons appear back in the room.
Once they're out, I drop the lid back on it and step away.
Okay.
Oh, thank God.
That was easy. I have a question
I have,
for
it
It
smart.
was easy
for-
because he made a saving throw.
Yeah.
I have a question for Smart Celia.
I
Well,
put my
that's
hand
the
on
only-
Renla's shoulder.
That's the only
Thank
thing you can talk to right now. So.
Yeah.
Let's give him a little
You good? I need you to carry this guy around.
enclosed spaces.
What's the compass for?
What am I for?
You're the compass, right?
That's correct.
What's your purpose?
That's what they referred to me as because of my magical abilities.
What's your magic for?
That particular magic
For
allows
fun.
me to identify and direct to powerful magical objects or auras.
Why?
Why?
Because she's a
I
compass.
can't actually answer that question. Why do I have that ability?
Is this a natural ability, or were you bestowed with it?
I've had it since I stopped aging.
Why did you stop aging?
I don't know the answer to that one. Some things I do not understand.
Why were you broken and hidden?
To protect everyone.
Are you dangerous?
Me personally, I try not to be, but some of the effects that I produce are dangerous.
Well, you
but
seem like a good person.
But the reason we decided this was necessary was because there was a host of different creatures that were trying to use my powers for various deeds.
Right.
The most important and dangerous were a group of demons, and they were relentlessly attacking and trying to use me for their own.
Yeah, we almost
and
died.
since there are many demons and you can't really destroy those on the prime material plane, they just kept and there was no stopping them. And the Brotherhood of Magics that I was currently living with at the time was slowly dying because you kill one demon, they kill 5 of you. And humans reproduced at a much slower rate than
Also, they would just open portals.
demons that can just reappear at will, essentially, and have endless hordes, from what I've been told. So the decision was made to lock me away and basically forget about it.
Did you have a say in that?
I did. Without my willingness, I don't think it would have worked.
Oh, so have we done something bad by reuniting you and bringing you back?
I can't answer that exactly. I can tell you that you will, once the different groups realize that I'm back, you could have some trouble.
Well, what should we do?
Prepare yourselves.
Very DM answer. Why does this happen when I try and detect magic?
Because the strong magical energies that I contain overwhelm senses of creatures, basically, that try to use the detect magic spell. The spell can't handle what it's trying to...
So you're so powerful it just overwhelms people, knocks them out.
Essentially. And then they seem to be pulled here.
Okay, has this happened to other people?
Yes.
Where are they?
As far as I know, they're all dead.
Oh, because they were brought here?
No, not all of them.
Did you kill them?
No, not actively.
But by
Only one person died by doing this.
Who was that?
It was one of the former guild leaders,
Why did they die?
because they came too often.
Oh, so that coming back and forth here to talk to you like this is dangerous.
I told you that.
Okay.
I wasn't lying to you.
Well, no, I didn't think you were.
Every time you come, you'll stay here long.
Good to know. What's the safe range for me to detect magic around you? Like, how far away do I have to be for this not to happen when I detect magic?
I suggest not being within range of a standard spell.
Okay, got it. How can we best
And
put...
the more you've done it, the further away you'll need to be.
Good to know.
Because it almost seems like the spell homes in on me.
Good to know.
It does do that.
So, how can we best put you... I don't want to say you're a tool, but...
Whoa.
Yeah, I'm phrasing this poorly. How can we make best use of our relationship with you?
How can we use you?
That's not what I asked.
I don't know what your purpose is, so I can't really answer that question.
What can we do for you? How about that?
Well, the guild was attempting to teach me how to harness my magical energies.
Okay, and how did they do that?
Well, by trying to train me as a wizard.
And did that work?
No.
Well, it worked a little bit. I did get a little bit better, but for the most part,
Can you use magic, like spells and stuff?
not anymore.
Okay. Why not?
It seems that everything I had learned, I lost. My memory's not very good.
Can we restore your memory?
No one's been able to so far.
If we were to try, how would we do
He's a
that?
god of some sort.
I'm not really sure.
Okay.
The god of gods?
I expected it would involve equally strong
You're
magic.
more than just a fighter.
Do you know of a
You're
source
also a body
on
shield.
our plane of that kind of
Meat
magic?
shield.
I wouldn't say
I
meat.
prefer
I,
meat
I wouldn't eat you
I used to.
anymore. Again,
Now?
Wait,
No.
that's
is that where
far.
my,
I
is
have
that
to
where my
learn
toe
how
went?
to
Yeah. I tried it.
divine
God.
magic.
I've never met a
again.
half human.
The compass ability.
Not good.
Can you do the compass ability
Like a
now?
chicken wing?
I
It
think
was
I
a huge
forgot.
toe.
Have I tried?
Like
I
a
don't
drumstick.
So much meat.
Can I help
one
you
toe.
try?
Could
Where your
try.
dexterity.
You do have meaty
Someone of
toes.
magical nature could
Now you're
try
gonna-
tutoring.
Well, I'd like to help.
If you cultivate the ability, it should be able to direct you to a strong magical source. If that's what you're looking for, then I could.
Well, I'm trying to help you, if that would be helpful.
Then yes,
Okay. Can we try that now?
no,
So I have to be back with my body to do that.
yes.
Your meat
Okay.
body.
What's the best way to
Is anything
convince
left?
you to maybe try and do that? Because the Celia that I normally interact with is very different. I understand there's only one of you, but this is not how I'm used to interacting.
Studying
with
hasn't worked very well. Maybe a different way of approaching magic.
you. Like meditation or prayer?
Possibly.
Okay.
Weed.
Some specialty.
No, weed.
That hasn't been tried yet.
Okay.
Weed?
What about herbal supplements?
Steroids.
I meant holistic weed.
I don't think that's been tried yet either.
Okay.
I was working with a group of wizards, and it was book learning and practical.
The shamans of my tribe, before they were killed, would drink a special
ate them.
tea, and they would have spiritual visions, and they would interact with.
That sounds dangerous.
That's what we do
For you?
with the compass.
Yes,
Okay,
but it
Yeah.
may
Trick
work.
balls.
But it also sounds dangerous.
and they would do this, would act as guides for other people to lead them on these
Because
spiritual
the
visions.
problem with that is it could release any sort of subconscious barriers.
Is there a barrier in your subconscious now?
There are many.
And it's bad to break those down.
Well,
Do you think it would be bad to break those down?
it could be.
But it could be good too.
It could be. The problem is it could be uncontrolled and depending could do different things.
So you don't have the control
Do you guys
over
wanna go
your
evil?
abilities?
Just go
Yeah.
evil in this campaign.
How do we
Now?
help you gain that control?
How would we start?
Discussed.
Slaughter
so
the elves.
That's one of the goals.
Okay.
Then we find his dad, kill him.
Okay, yeah, I think that's very helpful. Thank you.
Lilith isn't there.
Did you
yet.
have any questions about
Enslave
whatever your
my
problem,
old tribe.
We got
your,
2 months,
your
guys.
problem that you had? Was that your
There's a
problem?
beholder somewhere. We can square allegiance to him.
I kind of fell in with these guys. I don't really know what their problem is. My problem is I'm stuck here
servants.
talking to you for the next
Then you
24
kill
hours, which
people.
I don't mind. Your conversation,
Take over
good company.
company.
Oh, we won't be talking for really 24 hours. It'll be 24 hours in the prime material plane.
How long will this last?
Oh, just a few more minutes.
Oh, okay.
Time passes fast.
Got that. Cool. What's my problem?
I don't know. You seemed very
We
concerned.
don't have
when you
enough
got
time to
here.
go over that.
Yeah, I'm having kind of a crisis.
Oh,
of
your
faith
hour's up.
right now.
I'm sorry.
Oh, I can't really help with that. I don't know much about religion.
No, that's fine.
But that was your problem when you came?
No, I have a feeling our problem has been solved. But my problem when I came here is I tried to detect magic and I forgot that sends me here to talk to you.
Why were you doing that?
Because a friend of ours was trapped.
Is trapped.
Oh, okay.
Is trapped, and we were trying to get him out.
What was he trapped? How was he trapped?
In a magical little box. He touched it and it sucked him in.
Oh, did you destroy the box?
I don't know.
You need
I
to
don't know
find
what
out if it's
happened
magical
after
first.
I came here.
That probably would have worked.
Would it hurt my friend though?
No.
Oh.
He has like
It would
1,000
have
hit
released
points.
any of the souls trapped inside the box.
Oh, that's good.
Well, maybe when I get shrunk
Can
down,
you sense
my hit
magic
points
where
get
my
turned.
body is? Can you do
Google
that?
hit points.
Who's the fighter now, Kabar?
I don't know what you're capable of.
Everyone's just like,
I don't quite know either.
what have you done?
That's
I
okay.
turn evil.
Um,
I've been evil all along.
I can.
You're just
I know
waiting
the
for your moment.
surroundings.
I've been a mole. I've known
So
all the
you're
plots.
aware.
Just waiting for you
Yes.
guys to lead me to the compass.
okay, is there a way I can talk to what you this way
She's been here for a
without
while.
being
You have a lot
knocked
of
out?
chances.
No.
That's the only way
I'm
to talk
scared
to you
of
like this.
It's you.
Yes.
Okay.
I was on compass the
is there
whole
a
time.
limit on
That's why
Yes.
the guildmaster was so
You're the reason I
interested.
couldn't just
because
take
he
the
kept
compass.
coming to talk to you
Now you're
like
tiny and I can
this.
step
Right.
on you.
How many times did he
Now's
come
my
before you
chance.
died?
Cool.
Run, let's
Oh,
go.
it's hard to
Don't worry
say.
about it.
I'll re-roll new
Maybe a
kit.
dozen.
A dozen. Okay.
The last couple of times, though, he was comatose
Drow.
for evidently
Who uses two
years.
swords and has a pet panther.
Oh, okay. So next time
Was that
I come to
skeleton
talk
pet
to you,
panther?
about how long do you think I'll be out?
Think of man.
Maybe a day, maybe a week.
What? No.
Okay.
Oh, I guess it
Somewhere
kind of
between-
is like that. That's weird. What a coincidence.
Well, I appreciate the help.
No, this one's different. He falls in love with a
course.
teenage girl
Would you like to meditate?
whose dad is a dwarf.
I can
That's-
teach you.
Oh, yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
really do that sort of thing actively when people are here. That's kind of what I do when.
Read a book.
I can teach you about guided meditation.
6 of them. Then you would understand how the virtue
Oh,
is.
gotcha.
I don't really
The reason
read
Rangers
anything
have
like
2
that.
swords.
Maybe you should try teaching
Or dual
me
wield.
outside.
I think I definitely intend to do that.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
I think that's about time. Concludes our time here.
Well, thanks for your time and conversation.
Good luck. I hope your body survives.
Me too.
Stop at the front desk to make another appointment, reschedule.
All right. So the rest of you.
Yeah.
Alright, he seems stable enough. He'd probably try to cast
Kabar,
detect
you're
magic
back.
again.
No, basically nothing worse for wear.
What'd you find?
Hey. Thank you. Here. I know you like paper, right? I give him the.
You like paper.
I give him the
Really share it with the group.
the scroll roll.
He has a scroll case in his hand.
It's a scroll roll.
Scroll.
Yeah,
roll.
look at the scroll roll.
Scroll roll.
There's writing on the scroll case, but other than that, it's like a wooden case.
Don't touch it. It might be cursed.
I already touched it.
I attempt to.
You can't be double cursed.
this case.
The top pops open and there are scrolls inside.
I
I think.
learn what those scrolls are.
I'm not sure.
Do you?
I'm sure I do because I have a ritual that can identify things.
Do you guys want to go upstairs and
Oops. I can cast my
there's a campground upstairs, like we can get like real food and like sunlight.
sure, yeah.
That's boring.
I can get my floating disc,
Wait for Van to wake up.
and we can
Yeah.
just we can carry Van,
Oh,
at least
you're-
part of his torso on the disc,
Right?
and just drag him.
Just drag me up the stairs like thump, thump, thump.
Or we just
So
have him
are
carry us
you
around.
doing an identify or arcana or
I'm just gonna do an identify since we're just waiting here.
okay?
The van's really heavy, and I have no intention of trying to do
I
much.
could help.
So I was gonna say that's what Kabar's for.
Kabar
Hey.
is strength
Well,
of the gods.
I'll do identify.
Strength of Kabar.
You're as strong as he is
All right.
charismatic.
So you identify about half of them. There's a total of 5 scrolls.
Think about that. Your muscles are as strong
2
as
of
his
them
personality.
are like clerical scrolls.
Either are they,
and 3 of them
no.
are wizardy scrolls.
Yes?
It's kind of a strong personality.
There's a number to justify both of those things.
One of them is a lesser
Fair
restoration.
enough. We can quantify both of these things.
They're both 20.
Oh,
Okay.
excellent.
Another one is a sanctuary scroll.
I don't have anything that's 20.
Yet.
And there is a ray of sickness scroll.
Okay.
A knock scroll.
Knock.
Yeah.
My dexterity is 16.
Do you need a scroll for that?
Okay.
For knocking?
I can do that.
And a protection from energy scroll.
Knock's my favorite spell.
I mean, they're magical.
It unlocks anything,
Oh,
but it's really loud.
Okay.
not that kind of knock then.
Okay. Got it.
No, none of the sexual
Is
stuff
it-
you're talking about.
And it, what?
Okay.
Says the co-owner of the
Well-
Bone Zone.
Is anything good in there? Was it worth it?
You left now, but wait until
It's-
we're rich.
It's hard to evaluate the worth. They're useful.
Well, that's good. I didn't want it to be for nothing.
Sure.
Oh, and that sword looks kind of cool, but I don't want to really touch it anything anymore.
I'm sorry.
You're fine.
Also, you should wash your hands.
What is this thing?
Curses linger.
So, what do we want to do? Do we want to bring Van back up the stairs and
Is it really 24 hours?
rest and
Well, we don't know.
That's what the DM said.
I mean, all we know is he's stable, but he's out, and we know where he wins based on a pretty safe assumption.
Has it happened to any of you guys?
It's happened. I haven't gone to that other plane, but before she was a whole piece, when we were down in
Oh,
that
yeah.
dungeon of ambiguous magics or whatever, every time that I cast detect magic, I was like, my soul was drawn toward where that piece of the scion was.
Oh, so that's how you found it.
Yeah, so that's how I knew
Well-
the general direction, and it was like
Well, we could only do that twice, and then it became two.
it
Because
was-
we were carrying my backpack. So once I had 2 arms in my bag, he couldn't use it to find anything else because he was just like drawn to my backpack.
yeah, it was like moth for me running into this thing. So it was
I feel like you
borderline
passed out
crippling.
once.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, it was rough.
It was. I passed out from the first time. I would pass out, and it was just that vision of going through toward it. So
Well, you should try it when she's alive. It's way more intense.
super healthy trip. I don't know exactly what would happen to Renlith.
I'm gonna dose her with ayahuasca tea.
Oh boy.
You guys might not want to be in the area.
Might not want to be on this continent.
Actually, yeah, there's really no safe place for that.
I mean, we could just leave him here and hang out here for a while, but there is like,
We got the bubble.
unless you don't want to explain things upstairs.
We got the bubble.
That's true. I can always.
I don't think we're unsafe. Or we just close the door.
Plus, it's kind of cool in here, you know, comfy.
I don't know how long it's going to be
Except
before
for-
he comes to.
You can always destroy that thing that sucked you in. Just destroy it.
What if?
It makes me uncomfortable.
We can destroy it right now.
What if we put it in a bag, like wrapped it in cloth, so you're not making direct contact with it, and then next time we see a real big scary enemy,
Throw it at it.
chuck it at it. Think that'd work?
And then it passes a charisma save and then throws it at us with our -1 charismas.
But then I take my sword and hit it back to it,
Or we could just do that right. Oh, wait.
like
No, he has a
like a
point there.
ball.
Counter? Because I don't have a counter to that.
And it becomes like a game of hot potato.
So
Yeah.
I don't
Everyone
really,
starts disappearing into it.
It's actually volley, but
that,
okay.
that plan is too complicated to rely on.
I'm just spitballing here, you know.
Totally work.
Well, I think my plan is the best.
What was your plan?
Of course you do.
Of course it was.
I hear what you're
And
saying.
then he repeats the exact plan.
I hear what you're saying, but you're wrong.
Yeah, okay. I'll hit it with a. Is it a? It's a construct, right? I don't think I have that sword anymore. It would take me an hour to.
Oh.
We're hanging out here for forever.
Do you guys want this sword? I mean, look how cool it is. I just don't want to touch it.
I'll look at it.
While I was identifying,
You should cast
was
detect
I
magic
able
on
to
it.
detect anything on that sword?
Don't say that.
Sword.
Sword.
Cool whip.
Sword.
You were.
Pray tell.
It's cursed.
You're dead.
It's a
Sucks you
sa-
into the sword.
So it's basically
In a
it
bottle.
uses the scimitar
Not
stats.
again.
It's not quite a scimitar, but it's basically a scimitar. It's a +1 weapon that acts as a +3 weapon when used against humans. It also
It's only
does
plus 1.5 against you.
max damage against humans, but this only functions if you are an evil elf.
So give it to Joe.
Yeah, it's true.
Otherwise,
Oh, it's
plus
not
one
working,
weapon.
guys.
Oh, shoot. It's like glowing.
It's not magical at all.
Just gets sucked to my hand. Oh wait, my dad had one of those,
Dad? You looking at the skeleton?
but he was a Confederate.
So, I relay this information, say this is a sword used by evil elves.
It's essentially a sword of human slaying.
That's disgusting.
As you pocket it.
What? I'm not anti-human. I love humans. I'm anti-elf. Have you not met any learned anything about
Self-hating elf.
You don't know
that?
me.
Yeah,
It is certainly magical.
that's why I have such a deep voice.
Oh boy. Okay, well,
Let's carry on.
okay, can you just destroy that thing? I'll create
Yeah, give me that sword.
my hut.
You want to keep that sword?
No.
It's just like if it's going to destroy a weapon, might as well destroy that.
Good.
And how do you determine if someone's evil or not? Come on.
You have to be a paladin.
The alignment.
It's called your alignment.
It's what's written at the top. See how mine has question marks?
But what is evil? I'm just kidding.
That's a 4-day
Magic knows what
conversation.
evil is.
Magic does.
Nietzsche.
Oh, actually, yeah, it's my alignment.
Yeah.
What is your alignment?
Good question mark.
Right underneath
That is
my race.
a rude.
Good?
Good question mark.
Like my race.
Truthful elf.
Not one of
Okay,
those.
so I
half-breeds.
hand that sword to Joe and I say, all right, start whacking.
I start whacking with the sword. S word.
What are you whacking, and what are you whacking? The sword that
The
you just
sword
picked up?
of anti-human
Okay.
versus the very human-shaped box.
Okay.
Totally shaped like.
And it switches his alignment just for this.
Can you do that? You can't just switch your.
Why not? It's just I just push backspace. a
It's
couple times.
fluid.
You hack away, and eventually the container just kind of cracks, and there's like a burst of magical energy. Give me a charisma saving throw.
Yay! Joe's gonna die.
No, I'm not. Saving throw?
This is taking too long.
Right?
It's making me nervous.
So 3 minus 1. My token of skill doesn't help me.
Uh-oh.
Oh, so 2?
2.
I have so much personality.
All right. Your body gets sucked into the container, and then it just kind of stops because the container breaks.
So.
So he's okay.
Well,
And it's broken.
My lower half is in a box.
he's got tiny legs.
No.
Guys, wait up!
We'll have to get him like a little push board.
Oh no, I'll get him a harness. He can ride on my back.
Oh God, please let that happen.
Oh, and you can face the opposite direction.
You'll
so
never
Glenn
be
will
flanked.
never be like.
Never be flanked.
Okay.
You guys can just tie each
So
other
after
together.
that, I mean, not a ton of time has
I'm gonna give you the
passed.
sword back
Okay.
because it's gross.
Okay.
I imagine it's like dripping with like black ichor and has skulls all over it.
So actually, as you use it, it does start like dripping, but it's like blood. Like there's blood left.
Whoa, that thing
where you
bleeds?
sliced it.
That box is
That's
bleeding?
healthy.
Is it my blood?
The sword like bled.
Yeah. So you don't put that in your bag of holding.
That's
Let's
messy.
get everything else dirty. There's blood stains.
That's messy, yeah.
Yeah. That's,
As we've discovered in the last 2 weeks that we've known each other.
okay.
Which
All
is
right.
wholesale
Yeah.
slaughter for 2 weeks.
I'll throw it in the bag of holding.
Okay.
I'll put it in the do not touch section of my bag.
All right.
I mean, we can also put it in his bag.
No,
Don't
never
touch
mind.
I think I have a bag of bad somewhere. I mean, we would probably wait a couple hours, I would think. And if he doesn't come to, maybe take him upstairs and say, hey, we need to sleep because it was dangerous down there and we need to recover. And then
That's embarrassing, though.
it is. But we don't know if he's going to be passed out for a week
Not this time.
Or 12.
or 12 weeks. Of course, at that point, I'd probably give him a day. And if he doesn't come to, leave him in the care of someone and then go back to our mission and hope he gets better.
Slice his throat.
We owe nothing to him.
True. We've been getting along with this 3 for a while.
I think that would be my Joe's logical path, at least how he would present it, is we wait a couple hours. If he doesn't get better and he doesn't get worse, we go upstairs and then like rest it out for a night. Maybe he just needs a night to recover. And if he doesn't get better then leave him in the elven care and then we continue on and let him know like, hey man, we think he got cursed with something. If you can have some magic people look at him we're going to keep trying to clear things out because apparently it's really dangerous down there.
Seems fair.
That seems reasonable.
Oh, okay, maybe Joe wouldn't do that then.
So you wait like 2 hours down here, and he's still unconscious.
No change or anything, right? What do you think, Celia? You're part of the window breakers now.
Yeah, she's helpful.
I think that we should play. That Van would want us to play with his bone dice on, and bet over his items if he doesn't wake up.
Okay, so we'll
Wait, are you
say...
messing with my ritualistic like stuff? Like, that's not okay.
That's if you don't wake up.
So we'll say if he doesn't wake up in a month, then we gamble over his gear.
I think people die quicker than a month. Maybe
No, I have a good berry.
tomorrow morning.
It's a good berry.
I could shove a good berry down his throat every day for a month. He'll be all right.
Okay.
But
So you go back
Just light on fire?
upstairs, dragging his body out.
So we go to the tent area. We say, hey, we need a tent to sleep off the night. It's rougher down there than we thought. And then we let them know that we're going to try again tomorrow.
The guards seem very concerned.
You should be very concerned. I can see the concern in your face.
Wait.
They're crying.
We tell them, actually, Joe will probably, because Joe's not carrying the body, Joe go find the leader of the guards, whoever like the guard captain is,
Okay.
and be like, hey, post a guard on that door. No one's to go down there.
They just keep the door locked.
Okay, no, there should still be a guard. Shit's dangerous. Yeah. I mean, if they don't post a guard, that's on them.
Who
But
put you in charge?
you're the one carrying the body to the tent.
It's true.
All right.
I'm not even there.
They don't. They have a guard outside the door. Not that door, but the door that's not locked.
Oh, right, because there's like 3 doors to get to that door. Yeah. All right, and then besides that, I guess we could update the expedition dude.
Lestarian,
That's his name.
the head of the current
Listerine.
acting head of research and revival of past histories from Forgotten Lore.
Yeah.
Is there an acronym for that group?
No,
Wow. Don't be
Elves don't like
racist.
acronyms.
Of course they don't.
Ever since the elimination lovers vindicating elven societies.
Okay, so you guys just hang out and play dice until.
Maybe. Actually,
I guess we just rest.
we should take advantage of this if we could. So, the person with the highest intelligence should have a long, meaningful discussion with their head research person about everything they know.
Well, I mean, we've only got like 2.5 more hours to play, so
Yeah.
that's one random meeting.
Rinlith doesn't want to talk about this garbage.
I mean, we could just hang out.
Okay,
Is
I liked it down there. I want to go back.
We are. We're gonna wait for the fucking guy who can heal us to
You should
wake
see
up.
this really cool.
Have you ever
pink
been
place.
healed? By
No.
him? How do you know he even is a healer?
He let us know that he'll heal us after we die.
You don't know?
I didn't say that.
Wait, what?
Unconscious, not dead.
so?
It's called faith.
I healed him.
It's called
I think at this point you've healed everybody.
That's true. I'm just kidding.
Alright,
I'm just
so
giving
we
you
time
shit.
skip him or not?
Yeah, time skip.
All right. So we time skip. He actually wakes up 12 hours later.
Okay.
Super.
You lied.
What are you talking about?
You in your
That's the
sleep.
first
You're like
thing.
I wake
24
up in a
hours.
tent and I'm like, where? What?
Hey,
So he wakes up.
I was there staring at him.
Try not to
Effectively,
drink
he
so
wakes
much,
up,
man. Come on.
I've been smacking you for 24 hours. Apparently it's worked.
My face hurts.
He wakes up basically in the middle of the night.
Oh,
Perfect.
so I'm awake.
Uh,
I just woke up.
okay. We're going to take an hour and attune to bracers of archery.
Okay.
I'm doing a short rest in the middle of the long rest.
Are we
dangerous
taking
down
long?
there.
I guess we're taking a long rest.
Oh.
Okay, long rest.
So those bracers of archery,
Mhm.
they're hand painted by Kabar before he learned how to paint.
Oh, yeah.
Yay!
They look amazing.
I'm going to use my painter's supplies and paint them over.
Oh,
Goodness.
those are mine.
gracious.
Hey,
Oh,
You
okay,
can't have
never
them then.
mind. I didn't do that while you were sleeping.
Van, when
So,
I don't sleep.
when you're back to consciousness and I see you when we're all moving, I give you the scroll of lesser restoration and sanctuary.
can I use those?
Yeah, I imagine
Okay.
you could be able to.
Cool.
Thank you. I dropped all my quivers. I'm all a quiver on the floor.
Thanks, Dad.
Wow.
you guys are related?
So I'm going to explain everything that happened once we wake up the next morning to Renlith.
Okay.
She is a source of information. She knows a lot of things, and she told me about head wizard of the order that broke her up. Kept going back to her to ask for information so much that he actually wound up dying because of it. Every time you go back, you spend longer in the real world unconscious to the point where he was spending months out because he kept going back to talk to her about
I
stuff.
see.
But she told me that there's a potential she can break down her unconscious barriers and regain access to her powers. And she could point us towards powerful sources of magic. Work like a compass.
Hey,
I see. Okay.
you want to find a shovel? Do you mind
These are
carrying a shovel around?
Marion Pippin.
I got one right here.
Look at this firework.
I have a tool shed on my back.
Yeah, halfway through this conversation, I'm going to go find a shovel.
Well, that's easy.
Is it?
Yeah.
I'm not going to steal one. I'm going to ask someone if I could borrow a shovel.
They'll let you brush
Well, I suppose task at hand here.
And a spade. I need a
Let's try,
spade
and,
also.
let's try and deal with this. And
And demons are going to come looking for us
Two
when they
bags of
find out we have
fertilizer.
her.
yeah.
They don't have any fertilizer.
Some
We told you
They don't
about
have any seeds.
how
I'm gonna start a life
she
here.
came back together and we essentially got killed by demons, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You kind of glossed over the you died part, but
Yeah, we did. We certainly
As a
got
Baylord?
knocked out. Yeah, that was the last one.
We're holding our own until that point.
right.
And then he was just
Pretty
toying with
good.
us. Like, we were still alive because he was toying with us.
All right, so
That's Taylor speaking.
once we all wrangle back up,
I also
Wonder.
want to take like an hour and find Celia because I love talking to her
Okay, you're in our tent.
and talk to her about this really cool thing she might like called meditation.
That
Oh,
sounds,
someone else just going to try to help her. That's what she
that
wants.
sounds. I don't know what it sounds like.
This can help you.
Okay.
You know how you can't use your powers?
Yeah.
This can help you so you can use your power.
Oh.
And you won't get in trouble for it.
And I won't kill you.
Probably not.
I like probablys. They're better than
Do you want a shovel?
definitelys.
Yeah.
Why
So
do I want-
this could be good.
Why are you trying to sell me a
But if
shovel?
you could try not to kill us, that'd be nice.
Is that a good deal? Give you
I always
50% off. It's
try
only
not to
1,000
kill
gold.
you.
Excellent.
That is-
Okay. That's all I'm asking.
I
That
just
is a
don't
good
try
deal.
too hard because I might kill you.
Will you take payments?
Okay.
Installment.
What happens if I were to catch detect magic?
You know what? You don't even
and
need to
then
own it. Just
while it's
rent it.
active, move within range of her. Would I go out? Or
At
just
100 gold a week. Far less than 1,000
try and
gold.
find
And you
out.
keep it for like a year.
That's only like half of my rent.
Good luck.
I'm just not going to use that spell unless I'm
You know how
going to
cheap
talk to
rent
her.
is? Rent's like a gold a month,
Okay.
and that's including food.
Or most
Like
likely,
a normal
you forget
like, apartment.
in a month and you're like,
That's exactly what's going to happen. 100%
Doesn't seem like
guaranteed.
No way.
yeah.
Okay, that's how bad was out for a week.
Dude, remember how expensive
per
the
day,
horses
I
were?
think squalid is like silver,
Squalid is this over?
or maybe 5 copper.
Yeah, so I want to try and teach Celia the basics of meditation because with my monk background,
So maybe like
I would
3
know how
gold
to
a
do
month.
that.
Okay. Are you guys gonna let him take some time this morning?
Guys,
or are you
we're-
gonna drive
Well,
him back
He woke up in
upstairs?
the middle of the night.
Well, if she's not gonna do anything in the middle of the night,
No, that's
so tell
Did she
me.
sleep?
Tell her.
Figured she's a robot.
no, she
That's fine. After
likes to
after,
sleep in.
after Van explained the
She's a
situation,
teenager.
Renlith is fine with letting kind of holding off while Van explores some possibilities.
I mean, it won't hurt.
All right, so
I mean,
you try to
it
teach
might-
her some meditation. Give me a intelligence check, I guess, to teach.
Plus, you don't want to go to a haunted dungeon first thing in the morning.
I do.
4.
No,
Wait,
you
hard.
don't.
Yeah, 4.
You find it difficult to
I
figure out
don't.
how to explain to her. You've
Yeah,
got
she
the
knows what's
basics, and she seems actually fairly attentive, more attentive than you are good at.
She's better at learning than I am at
Yeah.
teaching.
She actually
Yeah.
is trying to pay attention, but you have trouble articulating. And you're like, I'm gonna have to take some time and figure out how to do this, right?
Can I recall back to my monk instruction and maybe use reflect back on the lessons that I learned in order to use wisdom for this role?
You're gonna have to come up with a lesson plan. Okay, so
Yeah, you'll have to think about this for a while and reorganize your thoughts and try to figure out how to express things that you've always internalized to someone else.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it'll take some more time, and you'll have to come back to this.
Renlith empathizes with you,
I'm-
having tried to teach a mage
That's why she hangs out with us.
and ultimately to frustrate.
Okay, so while everyone's having breakfast before we set out, I'm going to go hunting mush from the woods.
What?
No, we were having breakfast while you were.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Let's
All
go.
Now they're like, no, you had your time.
Yeah.
Let's go.
We know you're scared.
Okay.
It's our turn with Celia.
I'm just going to give her some tea.
Nope, we're
She
already
doesn't want to
gone.
carry anything.
Huh?
She doesn't want to carry anything.
No, I mean, at some point, I'm just going to dose
okay,
her.
okay.
Mm,
I understand.
Okay.
And that's how we ended the world.
All right, so you guys,
I mean, maybe the groom.
you guys
Back
get them
down.
to unlock the
Poisoning
doors
the-
again, and you head
Poisoning
back
the compass as a
downstairs.
stranger
Yeah.
is not good.
Okay.
We
So
won't-
we're
I
gonna.
won't read.
Guys, where are we
This-
going?
the compass will remember
This
that.
way.
You're gonna walk down the corridor.
So,
So
well, first thing, of course, Renlith is trying to pay
Oh, he's
attention.
tipped over. He's like, "Where's my guy?"
He's going to try and pay attention to things
All right, so
and
you-
whether they change.
Are you going
You
first?
go back downstairs and you look around, and
Maybe.
nothing seems like it's been disturbed. The doors are still open that you left.
I do
Doesn't look
check.
like anything's moved.
I check on the undead as we walk by.
You do?
Just poke
You
your head in there.
You just pop open the door and hope they don't immediately surge and eat you.
Yeah,
All right.
I got a cleric with me.
So we're all staying together.
You pop open the door, hoping for the best, and they're all still standing there.
Okay, that's all I do.
Okay. You close the door again.
She go turn him.
Hey, you got your turn back.
No, I like to do effective things.
All right.
I get
Sick.
I'm gonna go cry in a corner now. True crisis of faith. I get my channel divinities back after a short rest.
Do you?
Huzzah.
All right. So the corridor continues down quite a ways.
That's
There's
not
a
fair.
there's a like an elvish statue right here. There's a large door with an inscription and a picture on it on this door. There are two doors on that side. They don't look like they're labeled. And then there's a corridor continuing down that way if you want to peek down that corridor.
Who's going first?
Big
Renly?
door.
You
I
We
don't
have
know
to
how
get there
far down
first.
you're going.
look for stuff. Do your thing.
I didn't walk in first. No, wait, I am first.
Yes, you did.
I check for traps.
Checking that door.
I can go at full speed.
Are you like actively looking for traps or just keeping your eyes open? Because I mean, I consider you always keeping your eyes open.
Yeah, no. So
As
for
long as
this,
Kabar doesn't rush in.
because it's a long hallway, I'm going to be
Oh.
active and then go door to door. Like I clear all the doors and stuff before we like make decisions generally. So
Okay.
I'm actively going to clear the hallway and the doors and stuff. You guys do whatever you
I
want.
forgot to ask Celia, smart Celia, if she heard about our Lord and Savior Risa.
All right. So you walk down the corridor to check out the store first.
Yes.
All right. Give me a perception check.
Ooh. 17.
It is not locked and not trapped. The door has an inscription. Again, probably ancient Elvish. Hard to understand what it says. The picture appears to be basically like a disc with a triangle in the center of it and like a shadow on it. And then there's like runes written around it.
Are they like carved in or is it like painted on?
It's painted.
Hey, wait, Celia, I want to test something. Okay, what's behind this
Catch.
door?
What door?
This one. When we're
As we all
looking at.
walk up
I
behind
don't
Joe.
know.
Okay, that answers my question.
You guys do what you want. We're going to continue to clear the hallway.
What do you think's behind the door? I like to imagine it's ponies and noodle rats.
You're onto something.
Joe, will you just? Can we just open? It's not trapped.
Can we open it?
Can we go in here?
Yeah, I'll open it.
You don't want to continue down?
I do, but Renleth was telling me.
First, we're opening the door.
Are there ponies and noodle
Renlith is
rats?
trying to focus.
Is it locked?
It is not locked.
I open it.
Okay.
Where's Kabar?
You're right behind you now.
You're not going to move up?
No.
So yeah, pull all four of those cards, and we can drop.
Oh,
the,
sundial! He called it. You
we can drop
cheater.
the walls too, so you
What?
guys can see.
Wait, does that look familiar to me?
Once you get to the room, yeah, it looks very familiar.
Son of a bitch. This is bad, guys.
Whoa! I'll close your door.
Wait, no, it's not dangerous unless you touch
I
it.
move on down the hallway.
Were there ponies and noodle rats in there?
No, there are no ponies and noodle.
Ponies?
Ponies and noodle rats.
Is that like a budget Goonies?
Poonies and natives.
Watch out! There's invisible ponies and noodle
Are you?
rats.
I mean, are you?
Straight to
Are
video
you shutting the
games?
door immediately, or?
Yeah.
Okay.
They said it's dangerous.
So you just.
Well, you have to let me get in there and see it before
You
I
can
tell
go
you. Okay. Is it like the other one?
Yes.
I'm not going in there. I don't want to die.
The door opens to reveal a room. The majority of the room is filled with a gigantic sundial, whose point is facing the door you've opened. It appears to be on a slightly upright, raised base.
Oh yeah. I remember
Next to
that
the
door.
sundial in the corner, there's a large wheel which might be used to turn the dial. There are runes and paintings of elves that cover the walls. There are in the other three corners, there are lit braziers that are burning with basically a magical appearing flame.
Braziers.
Flaming braziers.
They're more torches. Directly above the sundial is a large fire red gem that lights this room, aside from the lit torches. At the point of the
In the
sundial
Amazon.
is a small inscription, which is written. Glancing at it, you're too far away to see if it's even readable. There are 3 other exits from this room, all of which have large stone doors, similar to the large door that you came through.
Okay. So
I'm gonna look down this hallway.
Okay.
People sure
You
love
can
their
pull
temples
up those 2 cards.
and puzzles.
So at the end of that hallway looks like it's a broken door. Like there's just, it looks like it was a stone door, and there's just rubble where the door's open, and it kind of becomes shadowed because of the rubble. But if you continue down, you can see more.
I'll stay here since no one followed me.
Okay.
I'll follow you.
Hey, you guys want to go on a trip?
Aren't we already?
This is a magical one.
You're talking to Renlith and to Scion.
Yeah.
We're splitting the party.
Celia, go open that door.
What door?
That one, and I point at this one.
Okay.
Wait, I'm kind of.
She walks in and goes over to the door and tries to push on it and pull on it. It doesn't open. I can't.
Can we send her into the past?
We don't know what you're talking about.
Right. Okay.
We're not even there. We're in the hallway.
Renlith is with Van.
Maybe
check out
it's
the
locked.
So-
I bet if we called Joe. Joe!
Yeah. All right. I'm coming back.
Renlith,
Oh.
this thing will send you through
No
time.
one's ever called me before.
Each one of these
Commit to
doors
something.
represents the past, the present, and the future. You point the dial at it, and then you unlock the door, or the door will unlock and open, and it will send you to a vision of the past, the
that'll be
present,
me
or
after
the
all.
future.
Do you know to what end?
Following you.
They want you to unlock this door.
So
I just heard him say
when I did it,
That it takes.
I had a vision of the city. So like 8 months ago, I went through one of these, and it showed me the vision of a city of frick is the name of that city? The big one that we all met.
Soltris.
Soltris. I saw Soltris, and I saw the day that I met you guys 8 months before it happened.
Look at the statue.
Neat.
Look at the way they like carved it out, so like the fabric looked realistic.
So
Are you the DM now?
that's
This
interesting.
shitty statue.
Did you go through the other doors?
Well, you're the artist.
One of them was broken,
Excuse my
and then
ignorance.
another one took me and the people I was
Pedantic.
with to meet this guy called the Master.
the master.
Yeah.
Shit, doesn't sound dangerous. You guys
That's
all
the one
survived.
that you asked me about.
Yeah, he had power over the undead, a lot like what happened when I tried to get rid of those skeletons earlier.
I see.
There's a flash of necromancy, and they should have turned to
all there.
dust and didn't.
You weren't there. We weren't there.
And
But we did that one shot.
the broken door.
I listened to it.
It was
It's not
dangerous.
broken here.
We all died.
No,
You
well,
two did.
Right. One of us ran away.
It was broken on the inside.
that's
When
right.
the door opened, it was just like collapsed.
Yeah, so the door wasn't broken. It's just what was behind it was broken.
I see.
Here, I'll show you. And I'm going to turn the dial in the corner,
Okay.
or the wheel, or whatever.
All
Does
right.
the thing rotate in the middle?
Yeah, it rotates.
I want to point it towards this one. Do I hear anything like a click of a door lock?
Touch the
unlocking?
statue.
It continues rotating, and then it kind of clicks
You fool.
into space, like it's in a
It'll suck you in.
it's in a indention or whatever, and it points to the door, and the door kind of glows for half a second.
Okay. So I walk over. And I'm not going through the door. I just want to open the door.
As you
Does it
approach,
open in or out?
as you approach the door, also no, because you didn't. You looked at the. You were
Hold on,
you were
Joe.
Thing.
We're doing something somewhat
Joe's in
risky.
the hallway. What?
I walk back and say, Joe, Kabar, come on, let's come in here, please.
Oh, okay.
All right. Shitty statue.
All right, so
I
you guys
look
all.
back at it. Give it a
You guys
look.
all walk in.
Work of
when you
art.
when you walk up to the door,
It's like the greatest
basically an
statue ever.
inscription appears on the door, and you can read it, and it
Oh, he
says
needs his
"Past."
meat shields.
Okay,
Doesn't do
so
anything without
this
his meat
door
shields.
will show us
Okay.
the past. I have a feeling I know what's going to happen with the other one. So I go and I'll turn the dial so that it points towards this one.
Okay, you turn the dial, and it kind of clicks in an indention, and nothing happens.
I think so. I walk up. Does the door have anything on it?
Oh yeah.
Is it
Well,
open?
there's that
It's locked.
inscription on the
It-
far side.
like you don't see a visible lock, but it doesn't
Okay.
move.
You said there was an inscription on the far door that we couldn't read from the entrance.
There's an inscription on the around the sundial.
Well, we can't read it, right?
No one's looked at it, and then there's a inscription on the door
Sometimes they
which he
change.
saw, and he read.
Remember?
I'm looking at it right now.
Which
The dial.
The
dial?
Dial.
the dial, when you look at it, the letters kind of swarm together, and then you can read them.
Oh,
It
my
reads-
helmet's working.
Oh, good.
It says, "Let the light point the way to enlightenment, and may you see what cannot be seen."
Hey, it says some stuff, light, enlightenment,
Oh, that's a hard riddle.
and I impart that
Okay.
information.
Yeah, we can read it too.
You can actually.
But you didn't, and you couldn't. They can't.
Everyone can read it.
Joe, you don't have to pretend. We know
You can just
can't
read it better.
Yes.
What? Did you figure out I always get the third item on the menu?
We're past this. You don't have to try and impress us.
I'm gonna spin it around so it points at the far door.
We
Okay, it clicks into place. Again, there's no
We
light or
appreciate you
anything,
for
and
who you are.
no inscription appears on the door.
So these
I need a
should
moment, guys.
go to the future and the present, but they don't think they're working right now.
Oh, yeah. No. And these are magical boots that make me really strong. They're just not working right now, guys.
Of course they are.
I'm gonna point it back at the door that said "pass."
Okay, it clicks into place, and the inscription appears that says "passed."
So we
Passed?
Yeah, yeah, passed. Yeah. You wanna check this for traps? Just
Yeah.
in case.
you already opened it, didn't you?
No, I didn't open it.
Silly tried to. He wanted to use
That was
first.
before I activated it, though.
I'll check it for traps.
She's the new meat
Okay,
shield.
give me a perception.
I will give you what you asked for. Oh, 16.
You know that there's something magical about the
Roll a
door.
6.
You're not sure if you'd call it a trap, but there's definitely some sort of magical effect to the door.
There's no trap. It feels weird, though.
You don't feel like foreboding, like it's going to shoot you, and you don't feel like something's going to shoot out of it or anything like that.
Is there,
Instincts tell me it's safe. Ish.
is there a handle to turn, or do you just push the door?
There's,
not exactly
it's basically
foreboding, it's more of like
a
one or
handle,
two
yeah.
boding.
It's just a simple handle.
I just have the heebie.
Are we,
Not the
are we
heebie.
committed to exploring this?
We don't have to go through. We can just open the door.
It sounds fun.
Let's go to the
It
future.
says, I was told to open the door, so if
All right, so
But it didn't work.
Open the door.
it didn't work.
Try again.
Wait, don't just
Put your hands on the door.
What?
She's not.
Put your hands on the door.
Okay.
I'm the meat shield. That's my job.
Yeah. Also, I can
Shove
dodge
her out of
attacks.
the way.
He's like, boom.
And
Now remember, everyone, stay together.
Hold hands.
wait,
Am I gonna get sucked into something again?
No, it's going to be a shimmering portal that you can walk through.
Ooh, cool. Okay, I open the door.
like the other time we almost died.
You open the door, and everyone suddenly finds themselves standing in a smaller room that appears to be used for embalming bodies.
How small?
That's not what's supposed to happen. Okay.
Like so small that you feel like you'd be crowded together, but somehow you fit. It's maybe a 20 by 20 foot room.
Like the bone zone.
So,
Oh.
Yeah.
do you think
relate
it's wrong?
everything to
Somehow
that
it's-
room.
You quickly realize that it's more of a vision than you're actually in the room. Like you feel like you're just kind of watching events
Like the
that are
bone
taking
zone.
place.
We're familiar with the feelings.
There are 5 delicate and short elven priests that are standing
are.
over a body that is being prepared for burial. Again, there's a lot of people in this room, but you somehow all managed to fit. You guys don't seem to actually take up
Like
any
a
space
pensive.
somehow. Their appearance is odd, similar to the ones depicted in the paintings in the room with this sundial and other places you've seen. Obviously, some sort of ancient elf. 2 of the elves stand apart from the other 3, in the midst of a side conversation. Though the language is ancient Elvish, you almost immediately hear the words translated to your native tongue instead. First one speaks.
Tink, tink.
I still do not understand why we cannot embalm the body of the other. Does he not deserve our respect as well?
I'm relaying this to them because I think it's just my helmet.
Why does he keep talking? We can hear.
Overhearing the 2, one of the other 3 elves responds to him in a superior tone. My child, you do not understand. Agamenyar does deserve burial. His heroic deeds saved us from the other's rampaging, raging bloodlust. That one has no right to take the life of the summoner he slew. Who knows the countless others he would have slain? That one died for a heinous murder, and he does not deserve our respect.
Are they, I'm sorry, are they normal looking elves?
No, I told you they're ancient elves.
Okay, sorry. I didn't.
Yeah, pay attention.
The elf who spoke first then says, No, I do not understand. He deserves our praise, because of his power and his willingness to deal with an obvious threat. The 2 elves storm out of the room, while the other 3 look at each other with concern. The vision shifts. The 2 elves from before are now in an open field, standing over a badly charred warrior. The one who spoke earlier speaks again. We should honor his remains, regardless of what the elders say. They are fools to forget his power so quickly. Even so, his soul must be cleansed first. The 2 of us cannot perform the ritual alone. Ah, my friend, did you not listen? They do not plan to cleanse his soul, only to remove any trace of this man's corpse. No, if Talgasar is to receive any burial, it is upon us. It is your duty to help me so that he might pass on. Yes, you are right. I see that now. I am with you, Ian Kovis, but where should we lay him to rest? That is a simple matter, my Theranthil. We can place him in a small devotion alcove near the temple, then seal off that entrance. It is rarely used now that the catacombs are complete, and the temple is furnished. They will not notice. The vision again fades.
We
Now
would have
the-
definitely done that out loud. Or yeah, Joe definitely would have made that noise out loud at that name.
Now the two hold an urn in a small room above ground. Therenthel speaks. There, I think that should be enough protection on him. Even an elder would be foolish to try. Even so, will his soul find its way to the goddess? That, my friend, is something we cannot know. We can only protect his earthly remains, and of course, there are others he can find rest with. They seal the room and begin walking into the distance. One last sentence can be heard before the vision fades. Now, my friend, let me tell you more about the Dark One. He offers us great things for our service. You now stand in a grand chamber as the vision changes again. It's the grand chamber of the catacombs. You recognize it as where all the skeletons are standing, except there's no skeletons now. The two elves are leading an army of demons and golems against the elders, and the remaining clerics with the aid of a few celestial creatures as well. Battle is already nearly over. Multitudes of creatures and clerics have already been slain. Finally, only a handful of clerics, elders, and celestials remain. They make the collective decision to abandon the temple and seal it after this bloody civil war. Everyone in the other side of the force lies dead, including Ian Kovis and Therenthil. The vision fades, but you hear one last voice echo in your ears. It appears that teaching a half-demon was a fatal error in our judgment. We were unsuccessful in turning him, but at least it is slain.
Or is it?
And then you return back into the room that you were in originally.
Oh,
I like that. I like that movie, but Rotten Tomatoes only gave it like 60%.
it's pretty high these days.
Yeah.
So Ian Kovis himself.
Sounds like
Yeah, who is the guy you guys...
Ian Kovis.
I have to look at my old
Was he in
notes.
Lord of the Rings?
No, he's pretty important.
After a millennia, he's
Oh, he's the
still
guy.
trying to bring Terrace into power.
Oh,
You know what helps with that?
Is he the guy that took over that?
more than 5 words and notes?
Yes,
Influencing that?
Yes. That is him.
He's the big baddie.
Okay. BBB.
He's the reason we had to find her. Because he's looking for the compass, right?
Yes.
Like, that's the reason we went on a quest for the compass. We didn't know anything about the compass, except that the bad guy wanted it, so we're like, And then it kind of collided with another story that we were following.
Talgasar was
Is
one of
the warrior who they wanted to bury?
Yes, Talgasar was the name of the warrior they wanted to bury, and then they put him in an urn up on the surface somewhere.
Okay, and the elders didn't want them to do that because
He basically murdered some people, including some guy named Agamenyar.
Okay.
So they were gonna not basically bury and intern the body. So this guy Ian Kovis and Therenthil decided to go against them and basically honor the body anyways.
Okay.
It's a lot. And you went through a door similar to this in another site.
Yeah,
What was Ian Kovis doing there?
there was no ink. It was just the master.
Master. Well, that was fun.
Did you have any indication of the master when you went into the previous temple before you went into that room? Any communication before
Do you have
with
like
anybody?
No.
It was just when you got
like a
there.
thin pin nearby.
Do you expect?
Got pencil lead. I don't have a pencil. I don't have a paperclip nearby, but I've got one somewhere.
That's okay. Thank you.
Do you?
I don't want to lose this.
I need it back. I'm using it as paperclip.
Oh,
I suppose there's
I
no
got tape.
way for you to know, but
Ew.
You want a smaller one?
do you expect the master
Maybe.
to be here too?
You have one?
I've seen, so when I tried to destroy those skeletons, there was a flash of energy that was exactly like what I saw right before I encountered the master last time. So my instincts tell me that he or his power is here too.
I can give you a plastic bag here or something.
Interesting.
That's okay.
Well, I
I'm just
guess-
gonna put it in.
To solve the next mystery, we can turn this sundial-looking thing back to the other doors and see if they open now.
Sure. So I'll turn it towards this door.
That one?
Mhm.
Alright. You spin the door, or you spin the sundial, it clicks into place, nothing happens.
I'm trying to open the door.
It doesn't move.
Can I force it open?
You try.
I need to roll for that?
Yeah.
Okay. I was like, you can try. It doesn't happen.
Athletics checks.
Okay.
11.
You kind of push on the door, and the heavy stone door doesn't budge at all.
Try the
Spin the dial to the other side.
All right, you spin the dial to the other side, and the sundial clicks into place, and then the door kind of glows, and an inscription appears.
Oh, hey! What's it say?
I'd like to buy a vowel.
You realize the word doesn't quite translate to Common or Elvish, but it essentially but you get the feeling of what the word means, and it basically means near present.
So this one says kind of present. And it's not necessarily right now. It's maybe a little ahead of now time-wise, or maybe a little behind now time-wise. But this should show us another vision of something that's happening right now, or about right now.
Sounds like
Yeah.
information.
Let's do that. I'm going to open the door.
Okay. Again, you're all basically all shifted into a vision. You stand once more in the grand chamber of the catacombs that you're in right now. You feel like countless years have passed, and the building shows wear as the walls are deteriorating. The room is dark, but you can still see that the corpses from the Civil War and the last division are little more than deteriorated skeletons at this point. As you're standing there, there's a sudden red flash as a large demon gates into the room, who then begins rummaging through the area, muttering that he must find the faithful. It finally stops near where the two elven friends fell, produces a scroll, and reads from it. For your dedication to the Dark One, you will be rewarded. Rise and live once more. As his spell completes, the scroll disappears, and the room suddenly darkens completely, and necrotic energy rips into the demon. What is this? No, I served. I am not a sacrificial pawn. The necrotic energy rips the demon apart, and then flows into the two skeletal corpses nearby. The body of Ian Kovis begins to shake, and the flesh and blood is rapidly restored. He rises, looking about, and speaks. What has happened here? He then sees the remains of the fallen friend, whose corpse had failed to rejuvenate, and the demon's leftover husk and shadow, essentially. Ian Kovis's eyes seem to linger on the demon's body. I see. I have finally been rewarded, but my power has been recognized. Now I will have the full powers that are my birthright. Ian Kovis rushes to a nearby library north of the grand chamber of the catacombs. Painstakingly, he gathers ingredients and sets up some vile ritual. After a lengthy incantation, the spell completes, and the remains of the demon that are left begin to phase into the body of Ian Kovis. He shudders for a moment, then collects the books and teleports out of the room entirely. The vision fades for a few moments, and then reforms on the grand chamber yet again. The vision pans around, and the remains of the other, which body begins to glow with black energy. The body slowly reforms, but the process does not complete in the same manner that it did for Kovis. Instead, the man rises as a shadowy form. He looks down in obvious horror, and Van, you immediately recognize the creature as what you know of as the Master. What is this? What am I? I remember. Only death, only darkness. The creature slowly moves about as the vision fades, returning you to the room you were in originally.
So yeah, that guy, the second guy, that was the Master.
That's your master?
No,
That's who you worship?
Oh, God.
I'm just pointedly ignoring this.
You get used to
No,
this.
Kabar honestly does not understand.
The Master, not my Master.
Oh,
Definite article.
it's a character arc thing. It's his backstory. Oh. It's how he became free.
What's your name again?
Joe?
You're saying this so everyone can hear you.
I'm gonna roll inside on Ranger Joe.
It's obviously not an elvish name.
Oh.
But I'm decidedly not elvish.
Oh, I should have asked Celia what Joe's name is.
I honestly don't know how to parse this information.
We should go back to that room with the skeletons.
I mean, I'm sure we will at some point.
When he ran into the library, was that this way?
Yeah.
Which way's north here?
So from
I think it's that one.
so from here, this is basically where they were.
Yeah.
He ran that way.
Okay.
Maybe not.
So he went into this room, which in the image was basically a small library area, and then he moved into this one to a larger, or a area with a lot of books and library, and then he kind of came back and did his ritual.
I think this is the capital, right? Or like ruins from the capital?
Yes.
This time around? Yeah. I mean, they thought that before too, but
Yeah.
All right.
Well, we
Cool.
could always spend the time to clear the rubble.
Is
There's
there
other things we
a
haven't
door
checked.
from the skeleton room into the library?
Yeah, there's a door right here.
That's how we got it.
There's a door here, 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 here.
Oh, you
and
mean
here.
by not going back in the skeleton room?
Correct.
We could also, because we know the skeletons are there, like keep finding out information in other rooms
And
before
there's a
going.
whole...
Yeah. Before going backtracking.
I'm going to turn the wheel so it points at that door.
Okay, you turn the wheel and it clicks into place, and that door kind of glows for a second, and an inscription appears that reads future.
Buckle up, guys. Here we go again. And we're running open the door.
Whoa, wait, you gotta let us know.
And then push.
All right.
Future times.
The door opens, and another vision appears to all of you. You stand atop a hill, looking down on an army of thousands. Yankovis stands ahead of you, heavily tattooed with magical runes, and a decayed undead cleric of Terrasen stands beside him, along with a sickly demonic armored figure in grotesque armor. that was redundant. Is at his other side. Yankovis speaks. Now I wield true power, and others must acknowledge it. This shell is fortified with magic this world cannot understand. A few more archaic runes, and then soon I will have the ultimate prize. The jewel will be mine, and then nothing, not even a god, will stop me. Only my race can retrieve the jewel. I've learned this much, but it's only a matter of time until I find the betrayers and where they stole the jewel to. You then fly over the troops and show them marching on Sapphire City as the vision fades. Now Yankovis is walking through the elven ruins once more, the ones you're in currently, but it has now been cleared. No books remain as he walks through the libraries, and many of the fallen stones are gone. Disgust covers his face. Everything has been removed by the pitiful elf children. Likely they've destroyed all the useful text already. As long as the second floor is still intact, I can use it to enable my next rune. He glances down at his bare, gaunt chest. A newly drawn tattoo oozes blood freely. Unlike the rest of his body, it does not glow with magical energy. As he looks about, there is a shimmer as a dark, cloaked figure teleports in near Yankovis. Renlith, you recognize this figure has the same mannerisms and cloak as the man you met, Delanthar.
It's your father? Oh, okay, good. Half elf.
Yankovis spins around. Who are you, Magus? Speak fast, and I may not force you to suffer in your death.
It's the man his father married.
The other one speaks to him. Ah, Yankovis, still enjoying being alive again? It is so unpleasant to see you again. We must sit down sometime and chat about the past. Although we dare say you have us beaten in the lore of history, you are so very much older than time itself. Yankovis's face twists in a sneer, but the supreme arrogance dissipates slowly from his face. Did I not make myself clear to you during our first meeting? Do not banter me with your silly words. You are alone. Speak plainly. Join me, or I have no use for you. I suffer your existence only due to our shared heritage. Ah, yes. Always the quest for power, yet here you are, returning to your tomb. The other figure, the figure that's talking, kind of cocks and almost looks like he's listening to something. We are curious. I came for the tomes, but it seems Anphilin has been discovered by the vermin who call themselves elves, and my library has been destroyed. We have yet to meet a literate rat. Perhaps not vermin after all? Quiet, you fool! Stop your tormented speech. Why do you follow me, especially to a temple, you who would never follow a faith, and yet here you are? Again, the other figure seems to cock its head, almost as if listening to something that no one else can hear. We made an exception to come here for you, to give a warning. Warn me? Ha! I fear nothing, my brother. Would that you could not call us such. You are no brother to anyone. Oh, but my Delanthar, we share the same father, do we not? Even though you are at least 1,000 years my younger, the same blood flows through our veins. We do not embrace that foul blood as you do, though. We crave the mortal side, not the demon. But returning to the original requirement, there are people who move against you, the ones who came here, the ones who destroyed the tower, and us. Oh, come now, my brother. Those worms are so trivial, they will be crushed shortly. But you could never harm me. If you could, you would have already attacked me.
Until this moment.
But, my Delanthar, we both know that you are no match for me. Do not be so assured of yourself. They close fast upon you. My brother, go back to your books and experiments. I tire of this chatter. End your schemes, Yankovis, before we have to end them for you. The vision fades as Delanthar and Yankovis both teleport away. You are once again in the room you entered.
Can't wait. What city what was the name of that city? Sapphire?
Sapphire City. That's the capital.
At least we have some indication of what we have to do in the interim.
We need to go find those books.
What books?
The tomes.
The ones that
He just said they're gone.
In the future.
Just follow us, Joe.
Now we're time traveling?
Wait, what?
Pan looks at Randall and thinks, 2 years you've put up with this? Okay.
Hey.
Newfound respect for Randall.
Celia claps her hands. Wow, that was fun. What's next?
I'm surprised she didn't mess that up. Sends us to the future.
Okay.
She claps her hands and a fireball
Well,
erupts.
Oops.
okay. First things first. Question: do we want to look at the rest of the unexplored area, or do we want to try and make our way into the room that we know we need to destroy?
Well,
Unexplored. Unexplored.
yeah.
Everything's unexplored. Everything.
Renlith is asking Van.
Let's make it unexplored.
I think we have our place. We have what we need to do.
There is a second floor, though,
That I don't understand.
so we are going to need to explore the rest of this to discern the floor.
That is also a good
We
point.
were also hired. We already had a purpose before this purpose.
But that was
Well, I mean, we still gotta make sure this place is safe,
There could be more information, too.
especially on those skeletons. We don't
Very
want to
well.
accidentally trigger the skeletons.
I feel like that's going to happen at some point.
Right, but
Of
we can
course.
figure out information about it before we walk in on a trap.
I'd like to be expecting it.
We don't like just walking into traps.
Yes.
Yeah.
First
We-
order of business, I suppose.
I don't like walking into traps.
Let's
Remember the secret entrance to the keep?
sort through the rest of this building, and then we can double back for the room, since
Did I
that
count
does
for
seem
you?
the most looming threat,
So
with
you have to climb the ladder.
an unreasonable amount of possibly undead, possibly phantoms. We can address that before we leave, maybe.
Well, once the master's necromantic energy is no longer protecting them, they'll be trivial.
Right. Hopefully that's the only threat in that room, though.
It's undead in nature. I'm not afraid of it.
We fought a giant skeleton and almost died.
Let's
Dragon skeleton.
let's continue down the hall.
Remember that one skeleton?
Joe,
Hey, look at that pretty statue, guys.
Oh, yeah.
Joe and Kabar,
No, that statue's
That's
ugly.
such an ugly.
lead the way down the hall.
I do lead the way.
I'm following very closely behind.
Stop,
You
stop
two
giving me a
should-
flat tire.
You guys should just tie yourselves together already.
What? That doesn't make sense.
Yeah,
Hey, that's a tactical advantage, okay?
Just because
Nothing
two
to
people
do
hang
with-
out together doesn't mean there's anything going on.
Yeah,
I don't. Why does he keep fanficking us together?
Weird.
I say that to Kabar. What's this guy's deal? Oh, you can't have a friend unless you're fucking doing it.
I see you taking notes over there.
So I'm actually going to go down this hallway here.
Good. Okay.
Psych.
All right. Yeah, you can reveal that.
Oh, I'm tucking the dragon.
All right. So pull the two center columns or the two side columns out. Okay, all of those, yeah. In the walls,
Oh, sorry.
so people can see.
What the fuck?
And the two ornate center column, like next to the broken one. Yep, those are just there for. And then pick up the
Moral
thing that's-
support.
No.
Hey, no takebacks.
Stand him up. All right. So this room it looks like it's some sort of storage room. There's a number of chests, crates. There's old weapon racks. The door that was there is just shattered. It's stone.
Did
There's
you
a
do
lot of
that?
rubble spread throughout the room. There's a shelf, and there's a broken large ornate pillar that held up the ceiling, which looks like part of the reason why most of this room has collapsed. Also inside are what you can only describe as stitched creatures.
Oh my god, you're right. That's the only way I could describe this.
There's two large ones, larger than you are, and then two smaller ones.
Oh, it's like that one Little Big Planet.
Yeah.
These aren't that friendly, though.
I'm shooting him.
Maybe.
They kind of wobble about, and as you kind of walk up,
Hail and well met.
one of the smaller ones kind of turns and kind of wobbles and looks at you and starts ambling towards you, and the other ones take notice of it.
Okay. Hello.
They don't seem to respond.
Are you real?
Like there's no recognition at all of your speech.
Are they hostile?
You're not really sure yet.
About to
but they
find
have
out.
like sword-like appendages, and they're all starting to shamble towards you.
What do you guys want to do?
Shoot them.
Okay, go ahead.
How's the ceiling look here since that pillar is collapsed?
It's not in good condition. A lot of it has like I said, like a lot of it has collapsed. There's rubble all over the floor, and there's pieces where the ceiling is just like natural rock.
Oh, natural rock.
Mhm.
So it's not like and then there's no like constructed ceiling left.
There is some, yes, but a lot of
Okay.
it is the walls have broken down and there's nothing left.
I see.
But just natural stone that's keeping the place from completely falling apart.
Renlith, do you can use a fireball at the ceiling? Maybe if these guys get close,
Eyes of the grave.
maybe.
Are they
collapse
undead?
it.
I can.
No, they're not.
Well, hang on. Oh yeah, it's just undead. Okay, they're not undead.
Oh, they're not undead?
They're not undead.
They're not.
Oh, well, only undead's evil.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'm gonna get
Okay,
my
are they-
longbow ready.
Can I hear? Are these making any noise?
They're not like verbal noises.
Okay.
No.
Renlith runs up and essentially gives a command. Kabar, in the canalization, stand there. And then at the same time,
What again?
as he's
You heard
doing
him?
that,
Cannoli station?
Oh, canola oil, which is flammable. Watch out!
in the doorway.
Oh,
I'm in the doorway.
So the little ones pick up speed and basically rush at Joe and just start stabbing at you.
whoa!
Then I
whoa.
shoot him.